Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Collide, where we collide masterpiece, where we do all things that's impossible. Right now, here to talk to me about it is my producer. My producer, you in the building?
Yo, 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 yo.
And then we have my panelist, OG. OG, you in the building?
Hello.
Nas, you in the building?
You already know.
And then we have a special guest. Respect your jaw. You in the building?
We in the building. What up?
Yeah. Today is gonna be a good day. The first topic of the day we're going to be able to talk about. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure everything is up to par. If everybody can hear me on the airwaves. Just wanna make sure we Gucci. Oh, hold that thought. Everybody can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Alright. I bet. So the first topic of today we will be able to talk about today is Supergirl. Supergirl. I seen the trailer last week. That trailer was buzzing. Was buzzing last week. I don't know if you guys seen it, but I'm gonna be posting it very soon on Clubhouse. How y'all feeling about the new Supergirl trailer though?
I
Me?
saw it, and oh, you wanna take it away? Okay, go ahead.
No, no, I wait. I wait. I wait.
No, I'm more interested to hear what you gotta say anyway. So
Okay, so this was the first time I actually watched a trailer because it was probably a movie I don't want to see. So I was like, man, let me see what they're gonna do. Let me see how they're gonna mess this up. So this is the one time I went against my own rules. And one thing I don't want to give it away, but it's one thing I was like, I wanted to see one particular character that I heard that's going to be in the movie, and just I think it's going to be a pretty cool movie. That's all I got to say. So I saw what I saw, and it was pretty cool. That's all I got to say. I don't want to say too much about the trailer, but yeah, it was pretty
Cool. That's dope.
from what I'm seeing, I wish I had the same excitement that I had for the Spider-Man trailer, but I don't. But that being said, I do hope that I see something that has the feel of the first season of Supergirl with the grace of the Supergirl that we got from Smallville, but with the violence of the Supergirl that we got in the Flash movie. That's what I'm hoping for. And also for Jason Momoa's Lobo, I hope that he is as over the top as he is supposed to be. I should be able to. And the thing is, I know Jason Momoa is a wonderful actor. He's a fantastic actor, and he can do silly. We saw Fast 10. He was silly, like like over the top silly, which it took out of the movie. But that energy that he brought over there with the voice that he had in Aquaman, that voice, but with that level of silliness, would be great for him to bring that to to Supergirl. Besides, by the time I finish watching that movie Supergirl and I see Lobo in it, I should say this is a better Lobo than the one that we got in the Krypton TV series. I should be able to say that. because I don't know if anyone here saw the Krypton TV series when it came out. It was done by David S. Goya, who also worked on Man of Steel. And initially, this was supposed to be a tie-in to the Man of Steel Man of Steel movie, but they went a complete different direction down the line for some weird reason, and gave us a Black Zod. It is what it is. We keep it pushing, but the version that we got over of Lobo that we got on that show, it was weird. It was serviceable for what they're trying to do because this is supposed to be a young Lobo, so he's not full on Lobo that we know. But they try to give us some of his essence. However, there's no greater casting for Lobo than Jason Momoa. So we hope that he doesn't get misused as Henry Cavill was misused um, as Superman for the Snyderverse. But I hope that James Gunn actually knows what he's doing and is able to bring out Jason Momoa's acting chops to best suit a character as over the top as Lobo, because initially when he was created, he was supposed to be all the over the top stereotype of the 80s. Supposed to be Lobo is supposed to be a parody of the 80s. Right, that's why he was created. That's how he was created. This like super jack, super buff, super rip, and just being super over the top macho. In other words, Captain Marvel from the MCU would hate him, and that's the point. That's how SJWs would hate him. That's who he's supposed to be. The thing is, I hope they say screw the media. We're gonna try to give as faithful and as lovable an adaptation of Lobo as we possibly can. Kind of like the Zombieland approach. Remember Zombieland with Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson?
Yeah,
They did two movies, I believe it was Zombieland 1, Zombieland 2.
yeah.
The first Zombieland movie happened all the way back then, so there were some jokes, some risque jokes that they were able to make at the time, that when they did the second movie they were worried about, are they going to be able to pull off these same jokes in a different climate where people are more sensitive, and they said screw that. This is a zombie apocalypse. We don't care. We're gonna make it the insensitive jokes that we want to make, and that's what it's gonna be. You guys gonna have to accept it. And guess what? Everyone loved it. So that same energy, I want them to bring to Supergirl, especially when it comes down to the character of Lobo. That makes sense to everybody?
Yes.
Absolutely. And
Okay,
you know
wonderful.
that was the guest. Oh, well, I guess that's the character I was gonna kind of. I was trying to be vague about which. I already know that you know that's who's gonna be in the movie. So I'm hoping they make him that gruff, um, like the cartoon
Exactly.
character. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, like that snarky.
I
Like you
want
said,
I
like that
want him to say
macho
Bastich.
machismo.
Exactly. He's supposed to be
Yeah.
super macho, all over the
Hmm.
top. I want him to say Bastich I want him to say main man every other 2 seconds and Bastich every other 5 seconds. Why? Because Bastich is supposed to be his gender neutral insult between bitch and bastard. Bitch and bastard put together is Bastich, which he says a lot in the comics. He calls everyone Bastich. So I want him to use that word Bastich. I don't want him to go away from it or only use it one time. I want him to say it all the time because that's him. You feel
well,
me?
well,
Hmm.
well. I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate because, like, I am
I
God.
know.
I am
No,
God, saying,
you're gonna
saying,
you're
saying,
gonna
saying,
play Glaze advocate.
because I am God. I am God said that right here. It was crap, not worth the money. So I am God.
Mm.
You have the floor. Why you say that?
Uh, what's up, people? What's up? I'm back on this bitch again. There's my man right there. And I just changed my name. It's still Ermac, but I just changed the name all the time.
Copy that.
I yeah, I think I just see the Supergirl just going to be. It's just a female Hancock. Her whole
Which one?
attitude towards
Yo,
a
Hancock as in
female.
Will Smith. Will
Yeah,
Smith.
yeah,
That would be perfect. That would be
yeah,
perfect.
but
This
yeah,
is
but
supposed to
I just
be she's supposed to be the female version of Superboy. In that Superboy has anger issues. She's supposed to have anger issues as well because unlike Clark Kent, who grew up
Listening.
completely on Earth, she knows what Krypton was like. She still has resentment
I
because
don't got no floor.
she was alive and aware enough to witness her whole civilization get annihilated. She saw that and she has resentment and bitterness for that. On top of that, the person that she's supposed to protect is now watching over her. You know how insulting that is? I'm older than you, and
Yeah,
now I got stuck in some phantom zone, and you out here living your life, and my mission was to watch over you, and now you're telling me what to do? How dare you? I knew what your diapers was like. Who do you think you
yeah.
are? That's the
I
energy that
just
she's supposed to have. She's supposed to look down on people because she thinks she's better than people.
yeah. That's just not. I'll wait till y'all see it. That's just not my version of a Supergirl. She ain't got to be the Girl Scout girl, but it's just with the coat on, with the don't care attitude. At least comb your hair, bitch. You look like the little man from Willow. That's what she looked like in certain scenes. I'm like, I wanted to be show some sex appeal. I like what you said about
Mm.
Supergirl on CW when they showed
Yo,
that first season. Now that girl
yo,
was
that
nice.
first, yeah, exactly. That first season, that suit, that body,
That first suit,
yo.
that body. Oh my God, that body was nice. And you know, I said this is not going to last long. They can't have sexy for long. I said I know they're not
That's
going to
my
have this for
favorite.
long. Even even yeah, I like that first season. That first, and I knew it wasn't gonna last long. I said they're gonna do something to make her look not sexy
Hmm.
no more. And I
Dude, the
think
whole
the
movie was
girl
garbage.
left. She was
The whole
tired. She
movie
was
was
like,
garbage.
"Oh my, they cut
Melissa Benoist, man.
yeah, everything."
Yo, she was rocking
So
in that first season. They they
she
did their
was, she
thing.
was, and she was the girl. And the thing is, she was the girl next door, still cute, still sexy in her sexy way,
Yeah.
and still had a good job. So she's that girl that
Mm,
that every guys that just like to chill with. Don't get it twisted. When she ready to put that suit on, you like, damn. And
mm.
I was like that when I
Yeah.
first saw the suit on. I was like, she looked like she had a. I was like, whoa, but they had to ruin it. Oh no.
Mm.
I was like, fuck it.
Also, on in that show, Melissa Benoist, her characterization was completely wrong, but it was
Yeah,
serviceable because we understood that she was they literally tried to make her female Clark Kent. She was in her character, she behaved like Clark Kent.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
She looked the part, but she's not supposed to act like Clark Kent at all. There's supposed to be a difference,
Exa-
or else why do we need
exactly,
Clark Kent around
exactly.
if you have you?
Exactly. It was
Mm,
totally different from you. You saw her own
mm,
role, her character, and it was wonderful. And then even Ally McBeal, she played a good boss. She was a boss lady,
mm.
so that was good as well. But now with Lobo, I'm sorry. Jason Momoa, I think he'd have been right if he jumped on a scene and he was that character, but people, he been Lobo his whole career in movies. his
Kind
whole
of. So he's like he's been typecasted. You could say he's been typecasted.
Exactly. Exactly. So this role he can do in his sleep on his sixth day.
No,
I
but
just the
most of his role he did in Game of Thrones, that was weird because we couldn't figure out what type of character he was. Besides, he barely spoke, and when he spoke, he wasn't in English. He didn't really have character per se. Per se, he was just one dimensional. But
yeah, I think they
since
wrote it
then,
that way though. I think they wrote
yes,
it that
yeah,
way for
that's
him to
a,
be
that.
that.
The
So
first
yeah.
time I got introduced to him, he was very one dimensional. But ever since Justice League, I got to see more layers to him. I got to see more of his acting chops. And ever since people saw how he was in Justice League, everyone was saying instead of Aquaman, he should have been given Lobo instead. And
Exactly.
I couldn't agree more
Yeah, I agree. He should have been
So,
Lobo. He should not have been
from the
Aquaman.
jump.
so Retro, you're able to come in on the stage and tell me what you mean about Toy Story in one frame. You're eager to come in and on the stage and explain to me. They saying she looks like Sid from Toy Story in one frame in the trailer. So
Wait,
explain.
are you talking about the new chick?
No, retro, yeah, retro's
Mm.
telling me that right here is saying that she looks like Sid from Toy Story. That's what he's
Yeah,
saying.
man.
That's
You know
funny.
what? The more I think about it, yeah, that is funny. They doing another Toy Story.
Yeah,
Get the fuck! I didn't know that. Come on,
Hey,
man.
it's a
What the
money making
story?
business, my guy. They care about the money. It's all about them
Where,
Benjamins and them Tubmans. You
where,
feel me?
where's the
Yeah.
where the toys gonna be at though? In the Goodwill? I mean, you can't give them nowhere else
Yeah,
to.
don't worry about it. The next toy gonna be your emotion. The next toy gonna be some sex toys or something.
Oh, it gotta be.
I'm just joking. I don't know if that's what they're gonna do for certain.
The last one was a what? A spoon?
Yeah, the last one
It
was a
was a
spoon.
spoon or something. Yeah, I'm like, come on, they
Yeah,
running out of.
I
Yeah,
thought I was Spooky.
What happened? What happened, OG?
I think his name was Spooky.
Mm.
Hmm.
I
Oh, that's
think the
what
only
people
one
are
who had the
saying. Oh,
best.
that's what people are saying in the comments on Twitter. Oh, I didn't. Damn.
Yeah,
Twitter got their own opinion. Know what I mean?
oh yeah, I don't have a Twitter account. Thank goodness. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, Retro was
Twitter.
telling us what the streets saying.
Yeah, he's telling us what the street is saying from Twitter. So that's what's up,
Oh,
though.
oh.
I, I mean, before I interject, Scott, you got anything you would like to elaborate from the second trailer that we seen with Supergirl? Because Supergirl's coming out in July.
That's
Thank
weird.
you.
It's coming out in July and we barely get anything about Supergirl.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it looks
Cause
okay.
I
I
know you
mean,
probably like, okay, little
it's
girl,
a
get off my
Supergirl
shit.
movie, so it's not
But
gonna be
I
the
need
best.
some
But
TikTok
I mean, I
Wi-Fi.
like I guess the plot is where it's like it's not. It don't look like it's gonna be like on the planet Earth. So I'm cool with that.
No,
Um,
that's why I'm
So
trying to get
wait.
on his
Wait,
TikTok,
Sky,
bro.
so you're
So
telling me
I
that we're
can always
getting a
put my
Supergirl
phone on
story that
TikTok,
has very little to do with
bro.
planet Earth. But yet we're getting a Lantern series that's gonna be all on Earth from
yeah,
the
but
first
that's
scenes for the
stupid.
first episode. Yo,
No, that's stupid
that's
though. It's like
wild.
why are we on Earth with that? They're planetary policemen. So
Y'all know I ain't got no data
I
set
mean,
up.
That's
I rather that.
wild.
That's just keep going
I
up.
rather.
Yo,
I mean, what
pay
you
for
mean?
my T-Mobile, bro. That shit's like frying the night up,
I
bro.
rather it be that.
Like
I,
I
I
just
don't want to
stopped
see her
paying the
on Earth.
bill
We
and
just
then
saw Superman fucking saving Earth. What the fuck do I want to see her on Earth for? What? Just like
Yeah,
I don't want to see Green
she
Lantern no
gonna
more.
be some other planet. Yeah, you're right, Scott. She
It's still
gonna be
gonna
on
make
some
The
it's
other
still
only
gonna make
planet.
it
lantern I
garbage.
want to, the only lantern I want to see on Earth at all, the only lantern I want to see on Earth at all
But
is
if I
Alan
want the
Scott,
money
and
one
that's
month,
I mean,
because
I
he
want to see
initially
Green
got his
Gardner
powers
if
on Earth,
anything.
and he's from the Justice Society, not the Justice League or Justice Gang, and they're not doing him. So
If I want anybody from Earth, I'll say Green Gardner. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
You wait,
black guy's
wait.
cool for
You
Justice
said
League.
middle.
Red Retro. You need to come on stage, man. You need to come on the stage, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna be a good movie, but
Yeah,
it
man, I
looks
want to hear from
okay.
Retro. What Retro got to
Um,
say? I know he got some takes down there.
Busy. Copy
Yeah,
that.
step on
Copy
up,
that.
Retro.
Yeah, because
Retro,
Green,
Retro,
I
Retro,
can't see,
Retro.
I can't see Green. They do a trailer of Green Lantern, but you don't see Green Lantern in it. I'm like, how does that work out? You got to show Green Lantern, man.
that shit was garbage. Like him being, I understand the whole detective part, but like the whole scenery, now they in like some Western time looking shit. Like I'm like, nah, I don't like that. See, at least Supergirl gives you something totally different from, nah, I mean, a superhero being on Earth. Nigga, all the superheroes that you see is on Earth. So yeah, I'll take that. Fuck it. Let's go somewhere else.
What planet will she be on? Did they? I just saw the trailer. I was like, no. But what planet she going
Exactly.
on?
Some random fucking planet.
It
Cool.
might be Argo. The planet might
Cool.
be Argo.
Cool
Mm.
with that. And then guess
It
what?
might be Argo. I don't know because
Supergirl is
depending on
funny
which version of the
because
story,
I heard what y'all
depending on
said
which
earlier
version of the
about
story,
Supergirl.
she is on Argo as well. So sometimes she's on Krypton, and then another version of the story, she's on Argo or she's on Daxam.
But
Argo
Krypton,
and Daxam, those are supposed to be
Right.
different planets that are also related to Krypton. If I remember, I could be wrong, but this is from my memory.
So then
So
I agree with Retro.
yeah, so it could be any one of those or something completely new or some other place or some other region that we've never heard of from the comics.
yeah, but Krypton should be destroyed. It was
Yes.
destroyed. So
Yeah.
how do they write that in there?
But
Yeah.
don't forget, there's also the storyline with that involves Brainiac, where a fraction of Krypton
Yeah,
was
he
saved,
kept part of
and it's
Krypton.
in a glass. It's in a glass bottle of some sort.
Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
so
Okay, yeah, I remember that
Yeah. So
story. Okay.
although Superman is considered the last one of Krypton, and you have Superboy on John and whomever else, he still has a whole family of Kryptonians that he keeps from Kandor or Krypton in a
So that could
glass
be where
in the
she
Fortress
at.
of Solitude. Could be, but the thing is, we don't know. It's all like they're being very under wraps with
I
the
don't think they're gonna go
information.
that way.
No
I don't think they're
leaks,
gonna
no
go that deep.
nothing. And as you're telling me, the movie comes out in July, and I know nothing.
They're not gonna go that deep. I think it's gonna be light work. It ain't gonna be like, yo, like now they're gonna have to bring in Brainiac. They're not doing that. They're
No,
not
Remember,
gonna do that.
but the thing
we
is, it's a matter of world building. If you're gonna be this is supposed to be a whole universe of characters. You're gonna have to do some setups for
Yeah,
said
I mean,
characters,
I
which
hey,
get it,
means
I get it,
you
but
have
I
to
get the
create
setup
a way so that
if
we
they
can
trying to like
invite.
if they're trying to put Superman and Supergirl together and then them facing Brainiac, I can see the setup probably of
Hmm,
that. But I don't feel like this shit. The only way I feel like this is the same is because you see Crypto.
true.
remember we remember Nas and Scott. We did a segment uh about 7 months ago of the from the comics. It was Supergirl,
Like this
Woman
one,
of Tomorrow.
possibly.
Yeah,
Remember we did a
Okay.
segment of that. We did a segment of
Yeah.
that trying to figure out where they was gonna play their hand at of live film action because with the
but
comics,
James Gunn already told us he's using Woman of Tomorrow.
yes, but you know how these people work. You know how these people work. They don't fully do adaptation
Yeah.
to the
Yeah. In other
comics.
words, you're full of it.
It's not
It's gonna
In
about
other
keep it.
words, you're
It's
full
gonna
of
get
it.
watered down.
well,
It's gonna get watered down.
it's not about being full of it. It's how can you deliver? How can
Hide
you
the
use
information so that people can be surprised.
it's sort of speak,
I think
yes.
I think Supergirl is harder. I think Supergirl gonna be way harder than Superman to create. Way harder, and you see how that goes with Superman.
Yeah. Yeah, cause with Supergirl it's gonna be very hard because like I can talk about from past events how they used stronger female characters like Captain Marvel. I can even go way back like Xena the Warrior Princess and how that went about. And she was just strong in her own adaptation as a warrior Xena princess. Then you see how that turned out. It only stayed for a couple of seasons, so it's hard when it comes to women itself as a powerful, formidable um, adaptation. It's very hard. It's very hard to produce a film where it's hit from the comics and you got to use different elements from the comics that's not not utilized properly. That's why
Is it you?
re-
I hear you, and I raise you a Wonder Woman. I raise you a Resident Evil. I raise you what else can I raise you? Harry Potter. I raise you a. Cause we're talking about you saying it's very difficult for them to actually take female characters comic book wise and try
yeah,
to give us something with it.
yeah, I get,
So
yeah. I'm
so
trying because
yeah,
I'm
so
trying
I'm
to.
giving you the examples that where they did do a good job. The first Wonder Woman movie, the first season of Supergirl, Resident Evil from our childhood.
Yeah,
So
and look how that turned out. Those were good writers, good
And and they're
producers.
also cult classics.
Yes, they are. But
Really?
when it comes to James Gunn, he's trying to
Hmm.
build this whole entire um this whole entire arc, right? He's trying to build this whole
Yes.
entire arc, and is not his strong is not really his strong suit. Even though
You forgot
he built
Pujols.
Okay, I
Guardians
can
of the
agree with that.
You
Galaxy,
forgot
I can.
even
Pujols.
though he built Guardians of a Galaxy, but he built it around Marvel. Marvel. He didn't build
Mm.
it as a standalone arc. You get what I'm trying to say? Because like he did
You're
good with
right and wrong at the same time.
because like he did good in Guardians of the Galaxy. We love Guardians of the Galaxy, especially I Am Groot.
The first two movies.
Yes. You didn't like the special holiday either?
The
Oh,
other one
that
was
one I did. I don't think I saw that one. I didn't see the special.
You
it was
didn't
a
see
But the
I
first two movies was nice.
what happened, OG?
so um I'm kind of curious
Mm-hmm.
about Supergirl. What drove her to alcoholism? I hope they explain that
Oh yeah,
Yes.
in
yeah.
this
Agreed. But I
in this
already
movie.
in regards to that OG, I already threw out some examples of things that they could pull from to showcase that. Remember, she grew up on Krypton, so she knows what life on Krypton
Mm.
is. Before the whole planet got wiped away, that's more than enough reason to send someone into alcoholism to watch your whole civilization just poof, blow, kablam, gone.
So
That's if that doesn't make someone suicidal or very depressed, I don't know what else will. Not
Red,
only that, she was in the Phantom Zone for how many thousands of years or whatever before
yes,
she actually came out. So
true.
that's more than enough reason.
Red,
Remember, the Phantom Zone is so weird. The Phantom Zone is so weird. It made Guy Gardner the way that he is now because he was never like that. He was John Stewart's best friend in the comics when he was just introduced. But then later down, right? Later
mm-hmm.
down, he became the twisted, demented, the idiot that people know him as today. The Phantom Zone did that to him. He wasn't like that all the time. So in a similar way, Supergirl, Kara Zor-El, she was in the Phantom Zone for so long. Who's to say that she didn't go a little mad, or a little, she didn't go a little bit, vengeful, and like so super depressed. After all these years
Two.
of just being locked away, then to come out and discover, holy crap, my race is gone. There's no point to the House of L anymore. There's no point to me saying, "Oh, I'm a proud daughter of Krypton" anymore, because what is Krypton at this point? You know, I'm
Red,
putting that to say that's something that they could pull from.
Retro, you wanted to add something? Because I see that you know a lot about the comic books. Retro, you wanted to add something?
No, I'm just listening for now.
Okay,
I think I said what I need to say in the chat, but yeah,
okay.
good to be
Oh,
here. It was good, everyone.
what's good? What's good? Val, you have some. You have something to add to that, Val?
Yeah, I was gonna say that the conversation on Supergirl is always
Oh, this is
interesting.
Val. What's up, Val?
Yeah, what's up, chilling? um, but yeah, I think like at the end of the day, James Gunn is gonna kind of do a good story arc from Woman of Tomorrow. Um, the whole conversation about the dog getting sick and all that stuff. Like I wasn't really impressed by the common attraction, but I feel like the movie's gonna be great.
Get
Oh, I didn't even peep that, Val. So he's gonna try to do the Rocket Raccoon thing and get you to try
Yeah,
to care for an animal because he has a thing for animals. But
exactly.
we
Yeah,
don't need that. There's Supergirl already has a lot going on in her life. If you're gonna play the dog card again, that's very superficial. Just
that's what
like
they're
him,
doing.
just like in Peacemaker
with
when they
I
Super
tried to play
Dog,
the race
right?
card and it didn't
And
even
that
do a
was in
good
the
job of
that was
displaying true
actually part of
racism.
Women of Tomorrow. The whole
I don't
thing with
think
with
Oh,
with
see, so you
I don't
know
think
Krypton.
it's
about it.
being I don't think it's being directed by James Gunn though.
But he
No,
has
it's not.
hands in everything.
No, he's not.
He has
No,
hands in everything. The story has to
He's
go
not
past
directing
him.
it. Yeah,
He has to
you.
sign off
He
on the
wrote it.
story.
Yes, that is
It's
true.
his
He wrote
company
it
now, in
though.
a sense. I believe he did write it, but it has to go past him. He's the one who has to say,
Hmm.
"Yes, I love this. This is what we're doing," or "How about we do this instead?" or whatnot. It has to go through him.
Yes, he's the CEO, of course. Um,
Exactly.
but Val, you know, I guess you know a little bit more about Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Am I? Is that correct? You know a
Yeah, I
little bit.
mean, like it's the whole.
So
Yeah,
so
I
so
mean, like
The
talk
comic book lore.
so time
crypto
out, Nas.
being
So
poisoned is a big deal of it.
so time out, Nas. I would love to hear her take when it comes to Woman of
So do
Tomorrow.
I.
So
So
Woman
do
of
I.
Tomorrow to be to see that if the trailer presents that a little bit, because I want to feel like at least I'm getting some adaptation from the comics. So I would love to hear what you have to say from that because I don't know too much of Woman of Tomorrow from the comic books. So you know a lot more than me. So convey to me if that's
I
even
know enough, right? Like
yes,
I think like the Woman of Tomorrow comic, you could definitely see that they're following it on the storyline, especially because crypto gets poisoned. And that girl that's running around with the sword, like you gotta see it. But I mean, like, I think that the trailer really wasn't as impressive to me that of like all the creators on YouTube and whatever that they were always talking about it. I just think that like even with Jason Momoa playing Lobo, I think he's a perfect Lobo, but I I didn't feel the energy in the trailer. Like I don't know.
Mm.
Like I'm kind of hoping that by the end of the movie they allude to some dynamic of like how Power Girl is gonna come into the picture because I think that's what DC needs to do when it comes to anything with
Ooh,
Supergirl.
they're not Val. They're not ready for titties yet.
Oh yes, they are.
They're not ready for
Gooners.
titties
Oh,
yet.
oh wow.
Yes,
Okay.
they are.
Damn.
But the thing is, they will keep that on the TVs on the silver screen side. They will do full on orgies and full on nudeness on the silver screen side. But for the big screen, nah, they're not ready for Power Girl.
Yeah, and I
With that
feel
open
like
titty.
what they do with Lanterns is going to kind of coincide with whatever's going on in Supergirl.
Yeah,
They're
they
going to
got
bring
orgies. They got
a level
orgies
of the
going on in
Lanterns.
Peacemaker. They got full on orgies going on in Peacemaker. They're not ready for open cut boobage, cleavage, whatever, or for Power Girl.
But to that
They're
point,
not.
like female
They're gonna.
lead characters
Mm.
in
Huge titties.
comics, it's a harder
Also,
sell.
thank you. Huge tits.
You
They're
know what
not
I
ready for
mean?
that.
But
That seems very sexist of me.
that's where I think they're gonna go with Supergirl because I mean Power Girl is the most intriguing part of the Supergirl story.
Yeah. But then again, they're using an actor that we watch get piped out on House of Dragons by her uncle. We watch that. Assumingly,
I honestly
they're using the
I
same
think
actor.
I think she's gonna be dope as Supergirl. Like I'm looking forward to it. I'm just telling you, I didn't feel the aura in the trailer. I actually think the movie's gonna be dope, but I didn't feel the aura in the trailer. What I'm expecting out of Supergirl, like literally I need to see more of the grit that like she showed up having in the end of Superman. Like
Okay.
I didn't see
Exactly.
that.
We're on the same
I didn't
page.
see that bitch in the trailer that I
We're on the
saw at the
same
end of
page.
Superman.
Yo,
You know
if
what
I
I
could time
mean?
travel, you're invited to my wedding. I have another friend.
So so Bell, from
I have
Uh
what
another
you
friend. I'm so happy.
from what you explained to me, I'm a go to wear my I'm gonna wear my artistry hat here. Um, from looking at it from that bird's eye view, by the explanation that you've given me, it seems like um they didn't the producer didn't give you what you're looking for, and there's gonna be a problem between the producer and the writer because the writer is already written out what Supergirl is supposed to be as an adaptation for Women of Tomorrow. So the producer is messing up the writing style. That's what I'm
yeah, I
thinking.
just feel
That's
like
what I'm
I don't know.
thinking from what you're saying because it seems like Scott, if you can elaborate, you can because when it comes to visual effects, I can see it from that perspective. When it comes to visual effects and editing and stuff like that, I can see it from that because I do my own editing and I do editing for hours and hours to make sure each clip goes right. But if it don't go right, people gets mad at me because of 1 second off, or or the what's the word I'm looking for? The telepatry is not shown right to the audience because it seems like the camera movements is not catching your eye. Is that
But
what?
here's the other thing.
You
Lobo's
mean
not
cinema? You mean
in
cinematography? That's the word
yeah,
you're looking
the
for.
cinematography, but even on the story side, right? Like Lobo's a dope character and like
Mm-hmm.
whatever, but like he's not in the original comic either. So like whatever they're doing, they're gonna tie it to something for Lobo to make sense somewhere
Yeah, I
else
hope it
in the
makes sense.
studio.
Basically, it doesn't matter what they add.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but they're staying like from what I saw in the trailer, they look like they're going down the path of, Supergirl helping, get some level of revenge and opportunity to grow from what happened with, that girl that had her family murdered by, Krem and all that shit. So it's there. I think it's, like I said, I just don't get the aura from the trailer. You know what I
I
mean?
completely agreed, especially when you consider that apparently the movie's coming out in July, and we've only seen two trailers so far. Two. Granted, on one hand, right, you don't really like to be spoiled a lot, but
Well,
on the other
technically,
hand,
they gave you
two
five
trailers.
minutes. They gave you
Two
five
trailers and one of
minutes.
them was a
Yeah,
teaser.
but they're not even giving
Then
you
I think
like.
that's okay for now. You don't
They
need too
gave you
much.
5 minutes.
Agreed, agreed.
The
But
first trailer was a minute and a half, and then the second trailer is 3 minutes.
one of them was a teaser. That's one. One was a teaser. One is and we got two. We got two trailer and no hype the whole time. No hype. It's the DC just sneakily putting it out there like, here guys, and
Yeah,
then we have to go find it for ourselves and loud it up. They should be louding it up. Are they not proud of their success? Are they not proud to say, "Yo, this is the DCU that you've all been waiting for. Let's go." Where's that energy? You know, I
was
don't get
the
that from the
where?
trailer.
Yeah,
I
they're
Cause
not
don't
like
get
doing
that
that shit.
from.
Like
I don't get that
respectfully,
from
they're
the
not doing that
promotion
shit.
or
They're not
whatnot.
gonna pull it off.
You get what I'm saying? I'm not weird.
They're not gonna pull it off.
I get what you're saying. Cause like when it
It's
comes
almost
to
like, what? Oh yeah, little face. Like, come on, man.
No,
I
listen, I'm loving everything Gun is doing to the extent of what to me DCU is trash regardless. Um, it's and I'm talking about the DCEU, the DC. The only thing DC does great is their animated movies.
Animated movies and
Outside of that,
comics.
like
Animated movies and comics.
everything everything like from the movie side still has yet to kind of impress me on a large
Agreed.
scale. Like
Yeah,
if we're talking about
Marvel got us
comic
beat
book
on that.
movies, if we're talking about comic book movies in general, like I'm meaning to watch Brand New Day
Yeah,
just based
exactly. Marvel
on
got us beat
how much is
in
going
every
on
category
with
except for comics and
you know
and for I believe and the animated stuff.
mm,
yeah DC is great with their animated
but
their animated
on that
videos.
note, I would love to see what Supergirl is
Oh,
gonna
that's right. You wanted
bring.
to play the trailer.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna
Wait, what
definitely
Supergirl? What do you say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
the Supergirl trailer. I don't know if you've seen it. I
Of
posted
course.
up. I posted up on up there. I'm about to play it real quick for the YouTube fans real quick. This is gonna be my first time watching it, so
Man,
I'm definitely gonna give my final thoughts of Supergirl. Then after that, we're gonna move on to the next topic that I would love to talk about. Uh,
Hey, I was just touching base to see when you think you might be coming back. You know, I'm just worried that you're not going to find your stride here if you keep going off world all the time, Kara.
Let's talk about
Worried
these
you're not going
gas
to find your
prices.
people.
No, I'm
Yeah, well,
joking.
that's the thing, Clark. I have no people.
I hope they don't dumb down the fucking powers.
Home is
That's what I
wherever
hope.
you are,
I hope they
buddy.
don't do that.
Crypto
I
and I
feel
at
like
least
what they're
had each
doing
other. Honestly, I thought we were lucky.
what to make the story.
But luck, almost by definition, runs out.
Obviously, they got it. And Bobo's probably going
What
to
can I
target
do?
Brainiac.
The Brickens carry the antidote on that
That's
person.
probably what they're going to do.
He has
But I could
3
be wrong.
days.
You cannot give up on me.
It's the crime of the Yellow Hills. He murdered my innocent family.
Just do what I say. And don't die. This does not look like this is gonna end well. For you guys.
Well, I'm with you there, but it's Harry Potter apart from that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
You're hurting my head.
If I don't like the parent, I don't like it is what it is. What do the others say?
so I just rewatched the trailer. I don't know if you guys did. I sped it up because time. But
It's all
wait, have
good.
everyone seen the trailer already or no?
Yeah, that's alright.
yeah,
No,
I
just now
saw
when Jesse queued it up. Did everyone get to see it?
I
When
see
Jesse
I
queued it
Oh,
up just now?
I
no,
see
no, I
I
didn't, but
see
it's fine, bro. Don't worry.
I seen a little bit of the trailer,
Yeah,
and it seems to me that the trailer um shows that from her as an analytic as a teen, she's gonna make mistakes as a
yeah,
teen.
because already I got beef already. Jesse, you know how I get when I got beef in something.
Yes, yes, I definitely
yo,
do.
yo, yeah, yeah,
But
yo.
you feel me? Like, did you feel the aura?
Why
I
is
didn't feel
Lobo's
aura in
bike
that
not
trailer.
Yeah,
flying?
I see what you're talking
Why is
about,
Lobo's
Belle.
motorcycle not flying?
I see exactly what you're talking about because when she felt like she has nobody. The trailer shows that when she had a disagreement with her cousin and stuff like that, she felt like she has nobody. Like most people can
That has
relate to
nothing to
that.
do with whether or not she has aura. That has
No,
nothing to do with whether or not she has aura.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like based on
It
what they're
sounds like
huh?
it
Based
sounds
on
like you're saying that that is what
No,
Val is trying to
dude,
point
hear him
out.
out first, though.
No, that's not what Val is trying to point out. Okay, cool.
Now I'll
Okay.
tell you why it doesn't have aura. But go ahead, continue. No, I want to hear just what he was saying. Like, we ain't got to finish his
Yeah,
sentence.
I shut myself up. I was
oh
ready.
based on what is shown here, I see what Belle is talking about because like the aura that I'm seeing here doesn't I don't feel it. I don't feel it like she's talking about because I'm seeing like okay, yeah, she's going through some shit. She's alone. Yeah, her parents just died. Now her dog just got sick, and her dog is a puppy. It's not even a full blood dog yet. You feel me? It's just her and her dog, and she I don't know how she got the dog, but I'm sure that they're gonna explain that. And then on top of that, it seems like
Hmm.
she's only probably in her teens, maybe 14, 15, maybe at best, and she has 3 days to figure out how to unsick her dog. That's all I see here. So it's like
Yeah.
I see what you're talking about, Belle. Like really? Like why you're presenting me this at first? Why you can't just present me a true story of Woman of Tomorrow, not the first illustration. I don't want to see no first illustration. Give me the middle. Like when she was um in her what 29 or something. First early 29, 30s or something. Why are you showing me something when she's teen and how she come on. I seen that in Smallville. Like why do I need to see
Yeah,
this again?
but it's different. It's different.
Nah, ain't
In
no different.
Smallville,
I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I don't feel the aura.
It's
no,
not gonna be
why
her in her
Nas
teens.
Nas, why on earth would you say it's different? Is what you should be asking. I will happily tell you why it's different. Nobody asked. Now. So the version that we got in on Smallville was a full grown woman. The version of Kara Zor that we got
But
introduced to from the
Smallville explained
comics,
that though.
she was
But
Yeah, I would
Smallville
just
She
say
explained that.
that.
she's not
I'm
a
gonna try again.
teenager. She's not a teenager
Exactly.
I would.
She's
in the movie.
adolescence.
I
She's
would
actually
just.
supposed to be adolescent. She's supposed to be like 12,
Adolescence
13.
is teenager, and she's not a teenager in the movie. They show parts of the
She's not.
movie of her teen years, but the main plot of the movie, she's not a teenager. I mean, the girl was fucking
Yeah.
drinking in the last movie. She's not a
Yes.
teenager.
Okay,
But again, she's drinking
18.
because she's
Wow.
depressed. Also
I said she's
retro
not
does
a
not
teenager, bro.
yeah.
Stop saying teens. She's
Okay.
not a teenager.
I
She was
hear you
drinking
out.
in the last
18.
movie.
Okay.
Retro, I hear you out, but again, that's not a good example. That's not a good reason to showcase that, oh, she's drinking, so clearly she can't be underage. That's not a good example. For one, we're dealing with with a being that's extraterrestrial. She's not from Earth. She doesn't necessarily have to confine to the laws of Earth. So stop treating her like she's an Earthling. She's not. That's one.
It's not
The
how I'm
second,
treating her. It's just how it's
that's
presented. Like
okay.
they've never told us that
Yeah,
she's a
yeah.
teenager in
My
this.
point is we don't know, right? That's
Yeah.
my point. We don't know. The
Hmm.
second point
But there's
to
enough
back that up.
context clues to say that she's not though. So it's just like I don't know why people are hanging on to the fact that she's a teen. She's not.
Fine, perhaps not. But you can't rule it out that she was drinking at that time. We don't know that yet. That's what I'm saying. She's not on Earth. She's not an Earthling. She doesn't necessarily have to abide by our rules. So yes, you're saying, oh, she can't do this because that. You're thinking according to our natural earthen rules.
Uh,
That's one. The second thing is in regards to that. Anyone here ever watch Umbrella Academy?
yeah,
Of course.
Okay, do you remember number five, the character that was like a 65-year-old man trapped in a 13-year-old body?
Uh-huh.
Every day he
I thought
was
it
out
was
here
number
drinking.
six.
Yeah, no, it was number five. Every day
Number
man's
five.
was out here
Okay.
drink. Yeah, every day man's was out here just drinking coffee, black, straight, just stressed out, depressed, and what you're looking at a child doing that. Sure enough, it was a what you would call an quote unquote old soul. But still, on the surface, what we saw was a child behaving like a full-on adult. Again, my point is here for referencing this, you don't know necessarily what these characters' lives are like up to that point. And because they are governed by a different set of rules, it's not fair necessarily to impose our rules onto them until they directly interact with Earth. That's when you get to say, no, you can't do this because of that. Just throwing that out there for the sake of that.
I think
Now, not to address what Val was saying earlier about the loss of aura for one, this set, this is where I see the lack of aura. The set design seems very silver screen. It seems cheap. It seems like something that you'd find on the CW. That's one. The color grading was poor. Is There's
mm,
nothing
I
pops.
seen that. I seen that too.
Yeah. So
I seen that
these
too.
are two directly addressed. These are direct points that I've noticed to
I seen
support
that
what Val
too.
was saying. The third thing we saw, what's his name again? Lobo, played by Jason Momoa, essentially behaving like a CW side character or like a regular comedy side character, falling on the ground and whatnot. Like what the hell? And number four, we don't see his whip fly. His whip is supposed to be up in the air, go whip. You feel me? I don't see that. It's just on the ground. It seems very small scale. Everything seems small scale, seems like cheap, like it was made on a budget. That's the vibe that I'm getting from this. There's nothing. According to I'm in complete agreement with Val. Nothing is popping. Even regardless of whatever the things that you pointed out, Jesse, that oh she's very depressed. She only has 3 days to figure it out to help her dog. None of those matter in the context of whether or not we have aura, because you can still do those
Yeah,
things and
that
still
points
look
it out
cool.
though, because if you gotta, if all those things, right, all those things that you said, right, when it comes to the screen, the clothing, the music, all that matters. But at the same token, if the story was better than what was presented, you would have you would have put those to aside if the writing style was great. That's what I'm putting out as
well,
well. Cause
I'm gonna
We're not
say
there yet,
this.
though.
I'm gonna say this about why I don't feel the aura, right? I don't feel the
uh-huh.
aura because even before any of this shit happened, everybody was making such a big deal about Lobo, but Lobo's not even in the trailer in context of how the fandom of this conversation is carrying it, right?
hmm
I think the conversation around Supergirl, what I think is gonna end up happening with Lobo is Lobo influences her personality. And that's like what, when we see her at the end of the
That's a
Superman movie,
nice theory.
how like Lobo's kind of like
A
the
father
inspiration
surrogate.
of what that is, right? I don't want to say a father figure, but like somebody that like like it's a reluctant friend,
Okay.
and because obviously the Supergirl movie is going to be a prequel to
Yes.
Superman, right? So I think like it's a story that kind of like connects the dots, and a lot of the reason why the trailer is by design the way it is because I think they're hiding a lot of elements from what they could put in the trailer, 'cause they don't want to give away the big bad being something going on with Brainiac. They don't want to do anything around the Lantern Corps. They
Mm.
don't want to do it because they're gonna be introducing shit like
Yeah, you're
differently.
right.
You know what I mean? And I
Mm.
feel like because Lobo's also an anti hero. He's not he's not a villain and he's not a hero.
He's whatever you need
So
him to be at the moment.
right. So like to that point, and you got to remember like Supergirl and like Crisis is fucking Harbinger, right? So there is just so much that goes on with her and her power and her like what would be the cosmic power dynamic that
Mm-mm.
they're
No,
gonna
she was a
start
harbinger.
opening up that conversation because literally like if I'm James Gunn, I'm looking to cash in on Crisis. So you got to look at this story like as it's gonna lead to Crisis in the
That's a fair
next
point.
4 to 6 years. It has to.
That is a fair point because we need our next big event to compete with the likes of Infinity War. We failed to get that in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Like it was never on the same level, and they already got us beat. So that's very fair. That's a fair assessment.
And you see
That's a
Supergirl and
cool
she's
thing.
swinging a fucking like pole or whatever, knocking cats out. But like Supergirl is like iconically strong. Like, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like they're not doing her justice in the trailer. You know, I actually think that Supergirl could turn Wonder Woman back into clay, but that's a different story for another day.
Ooh,
I,
hey, those fighting words.
well,
Don't do it.
well,
Don't beat
Val,
yourself. Them is
I
fighting
hope
words.
that in
Them is fighting words, Val.
my closing argument when it comes to Supergirl, I hope they bring in that umphs like I had with
Mm.
Xena the Warrior Princess because because it showed that greediness, that before that season was over. You know, I hope
But
that
that show is so old. We need something now that we can relate to that. We say we can point and say that,
but what I'm
and
saying,
we have
okay,
that
if you want
in
to,
the version of Supergirl that we got from Flash.
from, well, she was okay.
Yeah, but that was supposed to be like Red Sun Superman type of shit too. So
Yeah,
like,
but her the
you
level
know,
of
like I'm
violence
sorry,
that we
not
got
Red
from the
Sun, but you
Supergirl
know,
from
like
Flash,
Superman that was stuck in the
that
red.
is
You
what
know,
we need.
Yeah,
the
the
Star Superman.
Supergirl from CW, she was okay.
I didn't say
She
I didn't say CW. I said the Flash. The Ezra Miller movie.
oh
The
her
level of yes, the level of violence that we saw there.
yeah, okay,
This is what I want. Let me. I said it already,
that
but
one
maybe Val didn't
okay,
hear
we
it.
I'll win with you with that. And
Yeah,
that
Val didn't hear
yes,
what that I said. If some, I'll say it again. This is what I was looking for, or what I believe we should look for in a new great Supergirl. We
the
need
anger.
the grace. Yeah, we need the rage of the Supergirl from the Flash movie with Ezra Miller. We need the aesthetic of the Supergirl from the Supergirl show, the first season of Supergirl with the Melissa Benoist, and we also need the grace of Supergirl from Smallville put
Yes,
together.
that is
That's the statement that I made prior.
yeah, that is true. That is true. That is what we need.
Because the Smallville
Hopefully they
Supergirl
don't dumb
show
her
she had a
down.
likable spirit. Exactly.
That's another thing. I hope that they don't dumb her down. Like you know what I'm
True.
saying with her powers and stuff, her level of power and stuff like that. I just hope that they
True.
don't dumb her down. I hope with the level of power that she has, we can see
Yeah,
the
that's what I
anger
said
she
before.
has.
Yeah.
The ang-
Agreed. 100% agreed.
you know, like you know what I mean, we could, you know, hate on the 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 story, or we could hate on the way the producers being done right now. We haven't seen enough to judge because we only seen like maybe out of the two trailers we seen was like 5 minutes, and out of those 5 minutes,
Indeed.
I'm getting bad vibes already. You know,
Yep, yep, yep.
when it comes to stuff like this, I'm always right on the money. You know, I've been wrong before, but yeah, you know,
Understatement of the year.
I've I've been wrong before, but you know, we will see at the end of this Supergirl and how much their budget will be and how much
Mhm.
they're gonna be at the box office. We will see what they we're gonna see what they made, and then we're gonna see what people in the streets is gonna be saying as well, because this is what we do on Collide. We look at facts and we judge it from there. Even though we're theorizing right now, also we're just you know theorizing and giving our own opinion of what we know as a fan and what we know from artistry overall. So this is our based on opinion based on those factors, right? So that's my you know finish thoughts on Supergirl. of what we saw. My girl hasn't seen it yet. She hopefully will tell me what she thinks. If she tells me the same thing as Val, I'm gonna raise my hand. I'm like, all right, you got it, girl.
And don't forget also like the dynamic of this Supergirl thing is obviously it's a prequel, but then also now you're opening up the audience to understand that you could be looking at multiple spans of time simultaneously. So you could also then
That's
introduce
fair.
something, introduce something like a boost of gold leading into the Legion of Superheroes and da 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 da
Right.
da.
Ooh, I love this.
Because Brainiac, whatever five I
Booster
think it
Girl
is,
later. He does have
like
Booster Girl
no
later though.
boost of
Booster
gold.
Gold,
Booster Gold.
yo,
I'm sorry,
Booster
Booster
Gold.
Gold. Yeah, he does
Yeah,
have
yo,
that
I
So
later.
love
that could
this,
also then
Val.
have
Yes.
inference in regards to like what they're going to try to do with Crisis, and then also think about if you're even thinking from the point of like what we were talking about before with CW, then it also stands to reason that one of the heroes that they're not showing yet in trailers and stuff, but they're probably going to surprise us with is
Yo,
Martian
I love
Manhunter.
that. Yes.
Right.
And then if they do that, they have to play gold. Have you ever seen the Booster Gold meme that's been going around for months last year?
Yeah, I seen it.
There's a song that they keep playing over and over called Gold.
And why do you?
Yo,
And here's the other
yo, if they
thing.
play that, you are
Here's the other
gold,
thing. If you're
bro.
paying attention to like the DCU, like
Yo,
news coming down the
yo,
pipe and shit,
I love
they're
this.
starting to talk about how Booster Gold's casted by that whatever his name is. I don't remember the name right now, but the I think he's an Indian actor
Yeah, yeah, I know exactly
if
who
I'm
you're
not
talking about.
mistaken.
Yes, yes, he is.
So like, what
No,
you think?
ew.
You think that it's any coincidence that these casting rumors are going on like while we're talking about the release of Supergirl and all this type of stuff?
Ew. They want to like Khalil Mangiani. That's what you're talking.
I
I
think
believe
that's what she's
so.
talking about.
Yeah,
No, ew.
but that's
That
what they're
sounds like I'm being
saying.
racist, but I'm not being racist. Just
That no,
no.
but that's who they're saying that's going to be Booster Gold. So
Nah.
why is the rumor mill? That's the casting rumor with the James Gunn's people.
Yeah, but
No.
he was in Eternals. He was in
Yes, he
Eternals.
was.
Right, yeah, but they're
Yeah,
saying
no,
that
thank
he's
you.
going to be the Booster Gold, right? Like
No.
this.
I
Well,
bad
I think
idea.
he could pull it off with his personality, to be honest. But be that as it may, I don't think there's any coincidence there. Like the conversation of bringing Supergirl in and also making her important, right? You hinge these conversations leading into Crisis. You hinge these conversations leading into like the legions of superheroes and all that stuff. Like to me, it could go anywhere with that. I don't think the movie's going to accomplish everything, but I wouldn't be surprised if it leaves little seeds to where people are going to be talking about what's happening next.
Mm, I
Facts.
suppose.
On facts, yo. We can definitely um see what's gonna happen with Supergirl because there's gonna be a lot of stuff happening in the next few weeks leading up to Supergirl.
And
Um,
hopefully the movie does well enough that they will say, you know what, next time around we're gonna actually hype it up more. Because it's kind of weird that we essentially have to be the ones hyping up the thing itself.
cause remind you, Hawk Girl is supposed to be coming in too.
She's in already.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. So just a little tidbit
We don't
there.
have Carter Hall yet. You know what I mean? We don't have the whole, Tanagarian and all that stuff yet. I mean, we have glimpses of where it could go. But I also think that everybody needs to understand the dynamic of like the storytelling that we get to experience versus all the politics that's going on in the studios, right? Like
Hmm.
we don't even know what's going on with the DCU, Paramount, Netflix, da 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 da.
Oh,
So like
I do.
like that changes the whole
I
conversation in regards to what we'll be able to get anyway.
I do. When it comes to Paramount and DC, as of right now, when it comes to Paramount and DC, Paramount wants to keep James Gunn, right? And then James Gunn may not want to stay on for the simple fact of difference of opinion when it comes to politics, right? I'm gonna keep it simple like
Yeah,
that. When it
that's my point. There
when it
goes your
comes,
creative.
yeah, yeah. With Paramount, he wants to keep him do whatever he wants to do, right? That's what. That's what the level of understanding that I know from Paramount and DC. And then with all the shows when it comes to Paramount and DC, they're gonna combine together. I'm not sure if Paramount is just going to be intertwined into HBO, or HBO will no longer be HBO anymore. It's going to be intertwined to Paramount. There's a lot going on with that. I'm still searching for history for history and links of what's going on with that buyout. We have 18 months to figure it. We have 18 months to figure out before it closes. It
That's
might not even
crazy.
it might not even close. So I'm still figuring out all the finances when it comes to Paramount and DC.
But
Um,
that's just puts shit in development hell. And
no,
if
it
they're
doesn't.
smart,
No, it doesn't.
It
Because
does. It
when it no
does.
nah, because like when it comes
Okay.
to
Why
when
do you say no? Why does she say yes? Let's go.
the reason why I say that is because James Gunn is still under the old regime. Nothing hasn't finished finalized yet. So, and on top of that, when it comes to James Gunn, he still has 3 years of 3 years of signage before he has to re sign up again for his CEO role. So he has time before everything gets finalized with Paramount. Nothing is done yet. After the whole signage and stuff like that, that's when you can interject or theorize if James Gunn will continue or not. You get what I'm saying, Val? Because nothing is
I
finalized yet.
do, but
Yeah,
this is what I have to
now
say,
let's
right?
hear the perspective of the it's gonna cause development hell. Val, go.
Yeah, I believe it's going to cause development hell because, like, especially with Warner Brothers, what I know about Warner Brothers and how they do things. You know, while property and characters are owned by certain entities within the Warner Brother family, the uncertainty whether it's going to be Paramount or Netflix also will then create a dynamic of what characters could be used, when they could be used, how they're going to be used, and you know, like creating projects that create a cohesiveness is interesting right now because at the end of the day, you might not be able to tell the stories you're trying to tell because you know Warner doesn't know what it's doing yet,
Paramount
and
Paramount
regardless.
can't say shit right now
But
until the right.
Paramount is in the conversation, but they're also not in the conversation because Netflix is still fighting tooth and nail.
Nah, Netflix
So
lost already.
okay,
Yeah, Netflix lost already. Netflix can't do
okay,
shit. Know what I mean? So Netflix can't
not what
do
I
shit.
last read, but I hear you.
Yeah, Netflix can't do shit. Netflix could sign contingents of, you know what I mean, using set characters to be able to put on Netflix, but that's about it. It can't really do shit. Paramount can't do shit until the last signage. Like all they're doing is doing court gestures right now between Paramount and the old CEO. That's it. But everything
Mm.
when it comes to
And it's
James,
Skydance, by the way, not Paramount. Just FYI.
of course. But when it comes to the CEO right now, with James Gunn, almost everything is pretty much almost done when it comes to writing, and everything else. That's why I want to be able to say that in full chest up that Paramount can't do anything eight until 18 months from now. Until 18 months from now, then they can do something. If James Gunn leaves at the end of 18 months, then your assumption is right. You get what I'm saying? Um, Val?
I get it. I just knowing what I know about Warner Brothers, it's not going to be as easy as you know you would think when it comes to the characters, the ownership of characters, etc. It's like the same mess that Marvel's in with their characters and their storytelling.
Hmm.
Amen.
Glenn, what's up, Glenn? I wanted to see if you wanted to ask something about
Yo,
Supergirl.
Yeah, man. So here's my thing, man. It's gonna flop. It's gonna be like it's a movie nobody wants.
Ouch. Ouch.
Nobody's looking for.
Already.
And on top of that, you
Ouch.
gotta realize, man, it's not gonna be like Wonder Woman, right? It's not gonna be like Captain Marvel. Like Captain Marvel was hanging on by a thread. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
when you think about like all this stuff, I was in a room the other night. We were talking about Supergirl versus He-Man, and I was like, you know what? I said, honestly, bro, as a grown man, you're gonna ask your son and say, hey, what you want to go see? You want to go see Supergirl or you want to go see He-Man? He gonna say He-Man. Period.
Word.
You taking
No,
your
it's
son to go to the
Skeletor with that
movies?
voice. Fuck
I
that.
mean, I
No,
mean,
no,
I
no.
wouldn't be, I wouldn't be mad if you said Supergirl though. Like,
Yeah, but I'm saying we're talking about Supergirl saving another little girl, and then the other little girl that she got. I don't even know who. I don't even care about. You ain't never seen He-Man, bro. Like it's just
Wait,
like
wait. So,
Barbie.
like, I gotta say this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I'm also not right. The conversation on Captain Marvel, it like also is kind of like what we were just talking about with how characters can't be used properly. So, you don't think that the comic fans saw Captain Marvel or saw what they were doing with Captain Marvel rather and decided, nah, I'm not even going to the movies because I don't fucking see Rogue in this story? Like, do you think if they did a Captain Marvel movie that articulated Rogue in the storyline, you think Captain Marvel would be a flop? I'll wait for that answer. Oh, actually, I
No,
won't. I know the answer.
well. What I'm saying is that when the Captain Marvel movie came out, there was already an atmosphere or some type of ecosystem related to the Avengers. Supergirl, if you want to base that last Superman movie, which what's his name, Mr. Terrific, he saved the movie pretty much almost.
That's what I said
I mean,
too.
come on, bro. Like, what are we
Mr.
talking
Terrific,
about, bro? Like,
like
he
fucked it up,
saved that movie,
but
bro.
Superman was like Superman was dope.
Come on. Do I have any witnesses? All right, I got a few witnesses. Amens. So what I'm saying is that
Mm,
if you want to use that Superman to introduce Supergirl, bruh, it's not gonna listen. We got other IP out here, like people want to see He-Man. It's gonna be, and then Scary Movie coming
I
out,
don't.
so that's gonna eat up a lot of the. And then Avengers is gonna be taking up, going up against Doom, but Avengers won't even have IMAX. Avengers, when it comes out, it's not gonna have the IMAX screens because Doom's gonna take it up. So I found that out. I was like, yo, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that's the way the ball bounces. So I don't know, man. Like I think the Spider-Man joint is probably gonna be something that might if that's dope, then that's gonna be the wave. But DC and whatever they got going on is not. People don't want to see any of like the stuff that people really want to see. They don't make those. Like I would rather see Luke Cage. I'd rather see a Static Shock movie than
Saints.
Supergirl.
That's true. That's true. That I ain't gonna
I'm
hold
gonna
you.
I'm gonna mute up. I'm gonna mute up. I'm gonna mute up, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, Galen, you ate. You ate just now. Just want to say that right off the bat. You ate. This is one of the best podcast episodes we've ever done to date so far. So many different voices coming in and they're actually putting in that work. I love this. Yeah, we need to
Definitely.
be like this all the time. We do this
Definitely.
every Sunday.
Bro,
Feel me?
I'm gonna have, yeah, I'm gonna have to add y'all, bro, because I
Yeah,
just
man.
happened to stumble upon this movie. Yeah,
Yeah, tune in. We on
this chat. Yeah,
YouTube. We on
yeah.
Facebook. We on
Okay,
Twitter, I believe, and Discord. I don't know how Jesse sets it up, but yeah, we do this all the time, every week. We're here
okay. I'm
on
gonna go ahead and
Clubhouse.
join. I'm gonna
Come
go ahead and
through.
mute up. I'm gonna join, bro. I have to join right.
I love this. Yo, the people down in the room.
oh, you
Yo,
on
we
Twitter?
appreciate you coming
All right,
through as well.
I'm gonna follow you on Twitter then.
Definitely.
Oh, we appreciate y'all coming through.
Definitely.
Yo,
I
this is
also got a
nice.
Facebook I also got a Facebook panelist. If you click on Collide, you see the links on for Facebook as well.
What's the Twitter? What's the Twitter one? I can't. I don't know if I'm looking at it right. What's the
I got
Twitter?
you. Nerd
Uh,
Nerdy for
you can put it
Tech.
in the chat. It's fine.
I got you.
All right.
But the next topic
Yo, this is nice.
I do want to talk about is Robert Pattinson. Robert
Him again.
Pattinson
What he do now?
Robert Pattinson just came into play
Damn. What are you
to
doing? the fuck?
he just came
What he
into
do now?
play right now there's new suits is happening. Everything you need to know. I just found this out on Screen Rant. We're gonna, definitely read it together and see what's going down with uh with Robert Pattinson because I also got this Twitter feed that a guy that I know that he's a producer with I don't know if you know him. He joins John Campia's show. I watch him.
Oh,
I watch him a
the
lot.
John Campia show.
I watch
Yeah.
him a lot for reviews and how he sets up his audience and how he set up his studio that I want to be like someday. Um, but on that note, his producer, the old guy, I forgot his name, but the old guy, I guess he has his own YouTube, and he met up with the people that's doing the suit, and I definitely wants to see what they said or didn't say as well. But from Screen Rant, it says that right here by let me zoom in this real quick.
Or
Uh,
Robert Pattinson's Batman 2, the Batman 2 update bodes well for both story and release date of the 2027 DC movie. Anticipation for the sequel to the Batman has remained high ever since the original film released in 2022, with the series only gaining further hype following the release of the successful spin-off show The Penguin. But the road to getting the Batman 2 itself has seemed somewhat more complex. The 2023 Hollywood strikes delayed the project notably, and the 4-year wait for an update on the movie's starting film left plenty of prospective viewers concerned about when they would be able to see the sequel finally come to fruition, and indeed whether they definitely would. Though those involved in the movie have provided reassurances about it going forward, the superhero genre's history of canceling promising projects has left understandable fears in the hearts of many for this kind of extended production process. However, the Batman star Robert Pattinson has allayed further allayed any concerns about the Batman 2 with his latest comments on the film. Promisingly, these statements both suggest the next stage for the Batman 2's production is only days away and promise exciting things about what to expect from the upcoming DC movie in terms of its narrative quality. Thoughts on that so far?
uh, it seems like it's gonna be complex because, uh, you know, I know that Two Face is supposed to be coming in, right? Two Face is supposed to be coming in, and you know how the the first producer that did Batman 1, he's very great at what he does. Remember, he was sick at one time, at one point. He couldn't finalize the writing. So he had to have somebody pretty much for him at the end, finish it for him at the end. So maybe that could be the issue of
Oh, Matt Reeves?
yeah,
Something
Matt.
happened to Matt Reeves?
Yeah, you forgot that he was sick.
No,
He was sick a little bit.
I was not aware. I was not
Okay.
aware. I don't keep plugged in. So thanks for telling me.
Yeah, he was sick for a little bit. He was sick for a little bit, and that's why it was taking so long for the writing to be done, and and
Understood.
for us to even know who was gonna be the villain as well, because we thought it was because like last time the first one we had was Scarecrow, and
Hmm.
the second one we didn't like really know where they was gonna go with it. We were talking about we talked about this. We was like, what's gonna be the next villain? Would it be another Two Face? Would it be another? so and so. What could it be? You know, so until we actually really known that it was gonna be Two Face, then we was like, again, we had that problem before, you know, and
And besides, that was a very good Two Face. We don't really need another one right now, and plus we already got another Two Face on. We got two additional Two Faces, one in Gotham and one on Gotham Knights. So no, thank you. We don't need an extra one right now. We don't.
I uh I
go
thought the villain in the Batman with Patterson, I thought it was original.
No, that's not an original character. That is supposed to be the Riddler. Except instead of riddles, Mans was giving puzzles. And instead of being
yes,
Edward Nigma, his name was Edward Nash. And his name is literally supposed to be a play on mystery. Enigma. Enigma meaning like mystery. Hence why he's given that name. And which goes along with him trying to find out mysteries and try to hide stuff in riddles and stuff and so forth. It was supposed to be a play on his character, or a play on word or pun about his character and what he's about. But now they made him Edward Nash, and some incel who has a hate group running through social media. I'm like, what are we doing here? That was weird.
true, true, definitely. You know, um, I also want to definitely show you this clip uh as well. It says that I'm gonna post the YouTube link here. Maybe I'm gonna see how much time we had to see it, because it probably could be a long one. But I do have a clip here. Um, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it in the Facebook chat. And then, I mean, over here on Clubhouse. It says here, costume designer David Crossman and Glenn Dillon said they can't talk about a potential bat suit upgrade in the Batman Part 2. Quote, I don't think
Oh,
we
that's
can.
one. That's 55 minutes. Oh, now we're not doing this. That's 55 minutes. Get to the point. You watched it. What did you get from it? You're gonna give us
50,
the breakdown right now.
55 minutes. Well, I got a clip here from a minute.
What do we need to know? Give us a scoop. That's
We need
55
what?
minutes, my guy.
Yeah, what we need to know from this entirely is that the suit is gonna be different. It's gonna be a whole entire different of a
I
bat suit.
hope, I really hope that the cowl is different. The aesthetic of the suit is cool,
I mean, that
but
goes without saying.
I hate the helmet. You know why I hate the helmet? That helmet is full on leather. That's one. And that style of leather, it's reminiscent of Gotham by Gaslight. That does not belong in an era of Batman where we have Times Square flat screen displays on the wall throughout Gotham. That don't belong in the same, because Gotham by Gaslight takes place in the 1800s, if I remember correctly.
Hmm.
And that's the helmet that he had that he's wearing. Like, what are we doing? Get a modern helmet. You have bulletproof. You have bulletproof everything except you have a leather helmet. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I assumed the suit was gonna look different, so they didn't need to announce that.
The suit in of itself is cool to me. The suit, I never had a problem with the suit. The suit looked badass as shit, like super cool. If they want to change the suit, by all means, go ahead. Not that they
Hey,
need to, but go ahead.
let me ask you guys this: do you guys think that fans are making these movies or corporations? Because it seems
Yes.
like there's
It's
a disconnect.
corporations, I assume.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like a disconnect a little bit because I understand. Listen, we're talking about Bruce Wayne, bro. We're talking about you know being a detective. Like even Batman Begins, man. I mean, that was a movie that really showed the ninja side. It Christopher Nolan went in depth on that. We can't compare the two movies like the Batman. Okay, it kind of like had that seven like with Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt, like the detect like we're trying to solve like it kind of had like an undertone. I'm scared for the Batman too because if it's not like the Penguin, Like the Penguin series was crazy. Like it was like wild. Like like they went in. Like
Hmm.
that was like a grounded mob. It felt like Gotham, but it felt like more real. It had that realism. Like yo, like you can really get smoked out here. Like you can really lose your life. Like and so I think the tone of the Batman 2 is going to have to be like if he's going up against the Penguin that was in the show,
Mm.
that it might work. It's going to work, but it has to be a good story that's going to grant like the realism and have its own mark aside from Nolan's Batman. You know what I'm saying? And Jared Leto and all that. Jared Leto that don't count. Like that was crazy. But in the joke, but that's what I'm trying to explain is just like I think the movie if it stays grounded and it has good writing, it can pull itself out of being like a flop or whatever like that. I'm just kind of rambling, but that's what I feel like. If it stays in that Penguin universe, like that, the way the Penguin show was, if it stays in that universe with that grittiness and it picks up the tempo, I think it might have some legs on it.
Well,
So
according to Collider, it says here
Exclusive.
Andy Seeks Andy Seeks says the script for the Batman Part Two is incredible, so emotional and very powerful. Matt Reeves is a supremo writer and director as well known as you well known. He really wanted to take his time making sure this is actually right. This is according to Collider. So, you know, based on Collider is a great editor that everybody else utilize.
Not to be confused with Collide, which is us. We're Collide, they're Collider.
Yeah,
Just want to put that out there.
for sure, for sure. Um,
my man.
ba-
Yeah. Yeah, shout out Collider, but yeah, yeah. Subscribe to the Collide. Tune into us. Yeah.
yeah, but based on them, they're saying that is gonna be emotional and very powerful. So I hope that if that's true, I hope the because supposedly it's supposed to be Two Face, right? I hope Two Face shows me that when it comes to emotional baggage, right? When it comes to emotional baggage, I need this Joker to show me that. I really
So
do.
It goes
wait,
back.
do you not do you remember what the Joker looks for the Robert Pattinson universe looks like? Do you remember what he looks like?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I remember.
Do you remember? Yeah, do you remember? You know that's an ugly bastard, right?
Hmm.
The guy that they're using is the guy who drew it in Eternals.
But you know who's playing Two Face, right?
No, that I don't know.
Bucky.
Word?
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know.
really?
He doesn't give me Two Face vibe.
No,
But
no. He has
maybe
to. He has to sell Harvey Dent. He has to be. See,
That's
Harvey
why
Dent
that's what
has
I'm
to be
saying, Glenn.
sold.
That's
exactly.
exactly what
You
I'm
gotta
saying.
sell Harvey Dent. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Harvey is charming and
You
talkative,
gotta sell Harvey
and
Dent. I
also
don't give a
has a
damn about Two
personality
Face. None
disorder.
of that. Yeah.
He's very talkative. He's charming, talkative. He's commanding when he speaks. When Bucky speaks, he doesn't sound commanding at all. He sounds like a lost puppy.
Is he the district attorney? Can he pull out the district attorney role?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, he
He's
can.
when he
He pulled it
speaks, he
off.
sounds like a lost puppy.
He pulled it off, Glenn. And he pulled it off in what's the last movie that he did in Marvel?
Don't reference anything MCU. Don't reference any because
He
if you're
pulled
talking
it
about
off.
MCU, if you're
He
talking
he, he pulled
Jesse,
it
if you're
off
speaking
though.
about
He
MC
had a suit and
Jesse,
tie. You know what I'm
Jesse, if you
saying?
see
He pulled
that's
it
just
off.
aesthetic. That's just aesthetic. Jesse, that's not fair. That's not fair. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you
Good.
why. Please listen to me. It's not fair because if you're just saying, oh, he was suit and tie, he can do it. The whole time when he was dressing up and he had the character of a senator. He never wanted to be a senator. He missed the action. He missed getting handsy. So that's not great. There's no point as him being a senator in the MCU. Did we see him doing
But
anything
this way he can play
senator
both.
related?
This way he
We,
can
ne-
play both.
we never you I'm trying so hard. You said that because we see there. Galen, are you following me here?
Yes.
Yeah,
Jesse,
I hear you.
what
I hear
you
you.
know, what Jesse said is that because we saw him in a suit and tie, that is enough to sell us on the idea that he can pull this new role off. But what I'm saying is we never saw that. The version of him that we saw in the suit and tie is someone who didn't care for the job anyways. He never tried at the job. He wanted to do something else. That's one. Two, whenever he spoke, he sounded like a lost puppy. He didn't sound like he
I
was
don't want.
commanding. Like
I don't want him to
go
be
back,
like Tommy. I don't
yeah,
want him
go
to
back
be like
from
Tommy
Winter
Lee
Soldier.
Jones.
Go back from Winter Soldier to Thunderbolts. He sounds like a lost puppy. He doesn't sound like someone who can take charge. At no point in time he was never treated like anyone who can take charge, anyways, or else he would have been Captain America. So, and plus a
Hold on.
lawyer.
Tommy Lee Jones, right? Tommy Lee Jones.
Yes.
I don't want him to be a Tommy Lee Jones Two Face.
Oh yes, we
Like
agree. We agree on
In
that.
Batman Forever, in Batman
Yes,
Forever, like the
Galen,
bar. There's two
Galen.
bars. There's
We
John
agree on
Eckhart.
that. We agree on that, and that has
There's
nothing to do with
Aaron
what we're talking
Eckhart.
about right now.
Okay, I
We
got you. There's
agree
Aaron
that
Eckhart. There's Aaron Eckhart. And there's Tommy Lee Jones. So that's it.
yeah, we're in agreement. Aaron did such a fantabulous job. Aaron was that guy. Like he made me believe that
Right.
yo, if he didn't get the role of Two Face, he could have been Batman. That's how confident. That's how much aura he had when he steps into a room. You're like, yes, he's the guy. Every single time in you see him, you're like, yes, yes, him. It must be him. He's so cool. I want to see him win every single time. No else. That's
Well,
the
if they
type of
wait. If they casted him, they have to believe in him. They must try. They must know something we don't know. They have to
that's the
because
next
when he
point I
was,
was going to get to.
yeah. Go
That's the
ahead.
very
Go ahead.
next point I was going to get to. Maybe the casting director sees something that we don't, but just so far on just on the surface level, from what we have been able to see, because obviously the casting director see way more than we do.
You
They're the ones who have to go through all these different people to do the casting and whatnot. But from what we've
you
seen
know
so
Andy
far,
Seek. You know Andy
him,
Seek is the butler, right? Just to let you know, Andy Seeks is the butler.
I don't know who that is, but cool.
Alfred.
The
You talking
butler.
about Alfred?
Yeah,
Alfred?
yeah.
Yeah.
He's Alfred.
But see, here's the thing. Here's my frustration. It's the lack of creativity and casting new talent.
Thank
Why does
you. Thank you.
why are they
That's
taking people
not
from
deep.
Marvel and then throw them in DC? Like, bro, like this junk is crazy, bro. Like,
Thank
why are
you.
y'all
Besides,
like y'all
there are
can't
other
just have
characters, there
somebody
are other stuff
like
out there.
Captain America and Bucky? That's all people know, bro. Captain America and Bucky. Okay, boom. Why would you
Exactly.
make him Two Face? Now we got a Robert Pattinson and Bucky. Like, I mean, God, oh, bro,
Thank
like,
you. Yo,
ain't no
Galen,
other
you're
actors
cooking.
out here. Ain't
You're
no other
cooking, Galen.
actors.
That
There's
that
no
is
other
that
actors.
that is true. That is
Yeah,
true.
I know
You
it's true. I
Thank
know
you,
it's
that
Galen.
is
true,
Thank
bro.
true.
you.
That's what
That
makes me
is true though.
Thank
frustrated, bro.
you.
Like,
That's a lot of
golly, bro.
they don't use fresh faces. Like I don't understand why. That's one of my pet peeves as well. Like they don't utilize better actors. Like for example, um the James Gunn is trying to find a new Batman. Why not Jack Reacher play Batman? He fits it.
We've been over this. Hell no.
Nah, but
We've spoken about this.
Glenn doesn't know this. Glenn doesn't know this. So I'm
Ga-
just,
yeah.
telling him.
Okay. You know what? You know what? You know what?
Uh,
Fine.
no,
But Galen might not know, but we know that's a bad idea. We've spoken about this in great lengths. Are we
yeah,
gonna have
because
to?
you gotta sell Bruce Wayne. You gotta sell Bruce Wayne, and just like I didn't have a problem with Man of Steel, but I just didn't buy the Clark Kent. Even though Man of Steel was
Thank
decent, it
you.
was a decent.
See, get
I just
yo,
didn't buy the
Galen
Clark.
gets me. Galen,
I
my guy,
didn't
you
buy the.
get me.
I didn't listen. Listen. Man of Steel was a dope movie, but the Clark Kent, you gotta sell Clark Kent. Like Christopher Reeves, he sold Clark Kent. That's the whole gimmick. The whole gimmick is that Clark Kent is actually his disguise. He's not dressing up like Superman. No, he's dressing up like Clark Kent. That is his disguise. That's the disguise. He's Superman without trying. he has to dress up in a disguise that's convincing. And I just didn't get that from Henry Cavill. But we just kind of overlooked it because okay, all right, you know. But you gotta sell Clark Kent. You gotta sell Bruce Wayne. And I think Christian Bale, like when he did the Equilibrium, and he had that little thing with Nolan and Michael Caine. He like they had that little thing going on, so it was like okay, Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne, we can buy it. Okay, they sold it to us. We was like okay, this guy can actually become a ninja. He's a ninja. Bruce Wayne's a ninja. We they sold it to us, bro. Bruce Wayne
True.
is a ninja. He's a detective.
It's
Yes.
so many things. Don't forget, he started his Batman training at age.
He means the
Like he
world's
started being
greatest
Batman at
detective.
age
By the way,
26. His first outing as Batman, he was 26 years old when he started.
it don't matter. He's the world's
Don't
greatest
forget.
detective.
Yeah,
No,
he's a
he's
detective.
not. No, he's not.
Damn.
Even in universe, he's the most important one, but he's not the world's greatest. In universe,
If
he had to own up to
if you
that.
look at if you look
Yes.
at Batman
The
if you look at
best
Batman the
detective,
animated if you
the
look at
best
Batman the
detective. Oh,
animated series,
mhm.
watch this. If you watch Batman the animated series, Ra's al Ghul always calls him detective because he already knows Bruce Wayne's Batman. You know what I'm saying? He already
Yes,
knows, so he calls him detective, and
yeah,
that's the
true.
whole. It's like a cat. But what I'm saying is that that's a part of Batman that's not in the Adam West. Like they kind of had that a little bit, like oh, I gotta solve the crime, like who's. But when you double down and you make it like the Dark Knight and Christian Bale, he's like doing the ballistics. He's on the computer. He's trying to. He's going to crime scenes. That that's the detective side of it. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta have a Harvey Dent that's convincing as a district attorney. You gotta have a Clark Kent that's convincing as a reporter or whatever whatever the case may be. So it's not just having the main character be convincing. Like I didn't buy Ben Affleck. I mean, okay, you could buy him as Bruce Wayne, but okay, maybe for like a Batman Beyond. I don't know, but like the Titans or something, maybe like. But that's all I'm trying to say, bro. I'm rambling, but you gotta
Now
sell
you
the other
good.
parts.
You good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You good
but
because like
for the record, in universe, Batman isn't the best detective. He's the most important one. The DC is called DC, meaning Detective Comics, which is based on Batman, and then Superman is now the main character. But it's Batman and Superman. They're the main characters. But regardless of that, in universe,
Really.
Sherlock Holmes is a better detective than Batman.
Don't
Um,
do that. He's
in
inspired by
universe,
Sherlock
in
Holmes. Like, come
universe,
on, bro.
I'm talking about in universe, within the confines. I'm not talking about what we think. I'm talking in universe, what they tell us. Batman, Sherlock Holmes is a better detective. What's his name again? Mr. Terrific is a better detective. Detective Chimp is a better detective than Batman.
Bro,
And matter of fact,
Batman's the only one who beat Darkseid without using any type of violence. What do you
matter of
mean?
fact, you know who made the list of the detectives? Who made the list to begin with? Mr. Terrific made that list.
He's just smart. That's all it is.
He made the list and put himself. No, I'm
But
number
listen,
three.
though. But here's the thing though, bro. This is not like listen. I had a conversation about a rated R version of Scooby Doo, right? Scooby Doo rated R, right? Like
Yeah,
really a dark, terrifying movie where they're trapped in a mansion. But the bottom line is this: they're trying to solve a mystery. And when you're trying to solve a mystery, bro, like all bets are off, bro. Like you just trying to get clues, you trying to figure it out. It's just like Seven, like I said, the movie Seven with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. They trying to figure out like where is this dude at? And I feel like the Batman with the Riddler, that was a good little take on it. I probably would have went a little bit different or harder on that because I had envisioned it a little different. But you gotta have high stakes. The stakes gotta be high. If there's no stakes, bro, the audience is gonna be like, man, this is bogus, bro. Like there's
and
no
the stakes
stakes. We
have to
don't
make sense.
we don't
The
care
stakes
about
have
nothing.
to make
Like
sense.
we don't care. We just looking at the clock, like, man, when is this movie over, bro? I paid $40 to watch this movie, man. It's like
you got cat. It gotta catch my attention. I get what you're saying,
Yeah,
Glenn.
like the stakes gotta have. See, the thing is, like Thunderbolts, everybody loved Thunderbolts. I felt like this. I felt like I didn't know the characters too much, and I felt like yeah, it was a good movie about mental health or whatever. However, but at the end of the day, when you pay $35 to go watch a movie, bro, it's like, man, like, bro, like, I can't. I gotta really go and see something that's gonna really be, bang for my buck. You know what I'm saying? So Thunderbolts was decent, but at the end of the day, bro, it's like it's not rewatchable for me. You know what I'm saying? So, um,
Yeah,
all
it
that,
was
bro,
very,
like,
it was very funny. It was very funny and entertaining. I could say that.
yeah,
I could
it was
say that with it.
entertaining, but I ain't gonna watch it like it ain't like a hood classic. Like,
Nah.
you ain't gonna go back and watch it like multiple, like the Dark Knight. People teach classes on the Dark Knight. That's
Oh
not a
yeah.
superhero movie. That's a movie
Oh, that's
about like
right. You have there's a college course to be Batman. I forgot. It's an
like the
actual
Dark
college
Knight.
course. No shit.
Like, yeah,
It's a full-on college course, which is weird. Get a life.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, that's one of those movies. Like, it's not about Batman. It's about politics. It's about, Go ahead.
And again, what I find funny about that, regardless of that, if Batman is such an iconic part of pop culture that there's a college course on him that you can get PhD in. Regardless of this, they never get Batman right in live action. Like never,
Wait,
never, ever,
wait,
ever.
wait, wait, wait. So you tell
I've
me,
said this before.
so
This is
so
nothing
you
new. You
so you,
know this already.
so you
I've
say
had to argue
Dark
my case on here several times from the jump. From the day I started,
you
from
talking
the
about
day I joined the
previous, right?
podcast,
You're talking about previous, right?
any version live action to date,
Hope. So you
every
saying Dark?
version
So
brought
you saying
something
Dark Knight
different.
Rising?
The
Dark Knight Rising wasn't your filthy.
it was never it was not the best portrayal of Batman. It's showcased something about his world that no other portrayal did, but it's not the best portrayal.
Was it best overall?
No,
So
there.
Superman versus Batman wasn't your filthy either.
Okay, let me try to can rank them if it's possible. In
Please
terms of
do.
the in terms of the cool factor, like in the early cool factor, Michael Keaton got it. In terms of the most comic accurate, Val Kilmer got it. In terms of the hands, Ben Affleck got it. In terms of the overall world, like getting into that world, like what is it like being Batman? Christian Bale tried to do that. In terms of showcasing the detective side,
Hold on,
I
hold
have to
on.
give it to. In terms of give the detective side, I have to give it to Christian Bale and Robert Pattinson simultaneously. They're both
Hold on.
neck and neck in that
Batman,
regard.
Batman Begins is so underrated. I don't know why it's underrated. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I don't know who came up with that. Batman
Yo,
Begins was like bruh. If you go back and watch, you can go back and watch Batman Begins and see a
Hmm.
whole different
also,
movie.
I respect the
You can
origin
watch a
story. Batman
whole
Begins,
different movie, bro.
You
the way
say
Batman Begins
Batman
started off, I
Begins?
respect the origin story. I respect their attempt at origin story.
If you watch Batman Begins right now, it'll be a completely different movie than what you remember, and it's gonna be a lot deeper.
Yeah. Well, that and I think the Dark Knight overshadowed Batman Begins so much that
Because of the performance. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
versus the
kind of
Batman and
forgot
Robin.
about Begins.
that's fair. That's fair. But
Think it's
overall,
the
Batman
Batman
has
and
been Batman
Robin?
for
Like,
18
you
months.
gonna forget
I
that?
literally can't respect that.
So you gonna
From
forget?
Batman Begins to Dark Knight Rises, it's only been like all in universe. It's been 18 months of being Batman, and then in between that, it took a 10-year gap. Nah, I can't respect it at all.
Yeah,
I
yeah. That's
tried.
not downplay.
I
That's not
tried.
downplay Batman, man.
I'm not. I'm just going off what they gave us.
Yeah, man.
That's
Dang,
what they
bro.
gave us. I
I
can't
forgot about
respect it.
Batman and Robin. I forgot about fucking
They never gave us
Batman
Batman and Robin,
Begins.
and then
Come
they
on.
tried to shoehorn a
They
Robin.
Man,
did
hey,
give
I
us
didn't even like
Batman and
Lego Bat.
Robin.
I
What
didn't
you
even like.
talking about?
Yeah, they had Batman. Yeah, that was George Clooney and your boy,
The Adventures of Batman
Christopher
and
Dominic.
Robin.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about the Christian Bale version.
Oh
In
yeah,
the
yeah.
last minute, they tried to say
Oh,
this
the
new
cop?
character is supposed
You
to
talking
be,
about the cop?
yeah,
But they,
exactly. Besides, Dick Grayson was
Nah,
never a
he
cop; he was an
wasn't. He
FBI
wasn't.
agent.
He wasn't gonna be. He wasn't gonna be that. He was gonna be dark. He was gonna be the Nightwing or something like
Nightwing,
They
that.
were
Yeah,
Nightwing.
they
he
were
was
Yeah,
gonna be
like
Nightwing. He
listen,
wasn't
Jesse,
gonna be.
if y'all
They were
Yeah,
setting him up to take
Before I
over
get
the role of
confused,
Batman.
that was not Dick
They were
Grayson.
setting him
That
up to
was
take over the role
Jason
of
Todd.
Batman.
Just to let you know that.
No, no, no,
right, that was
no.
Jason.
It
Yeah,
wasn't Jason Todd. There wasn't
He was
Jason Todd.
talking about the
They
same.
tried to set him up to be Robin. Instead of his name being Dick
he wasn't
Grayson,
gonna
which
be
they said it was
Robin.
supposed to be, the name that they gave him was Robin. The first name that they gave him was Robin, which is
Yeah,
weird.
what Robin? Yeah, yeah, they did. Yeah, yeah, you're right.
They
They
did
yeah,
do
did.
yeah.
that,
They
which was
did do
weird.
that.
They
But
said, "Oh, why don't you use your first name?" And I said, "Oh, my dad from the circus." Like, dude, I saw what you're doing. You feel me?
I'll say this: the most realistic like rated R version I saw was like Titans, and with
I don't care for Titans.
the
Don't even bring
you
up
don't like
Titans.
Titans?
Don't do that.
No,
Don't do that.
no,
You're a
What?
hater.
What?
no.
You're a hater now.
Galen,
Come
Bruh,
Galen,
You're a
on,
hater, bro.
I am
come
certified
Titans
in
was
You're a
better
no
than
on,
hater, bro.
way.
come
hey
You're
Titans was
not
come
a
better than
on,
DC fan,
Gotham.
come
sir.
on.
Titans was better
Maybe.
than
I
Gotham.
gotta
You're
laugh
not
at
a
you, bro.
DC
Overall,
I
fan,
gotta
no.
sir.
laugh at you,
No, it
bro.
ain't.
Titans was better
Gotta
No,
than
laugh at you,
Gotham.
bro.
no, it ain't.
What?
What? Okay, all
Gotta
right.
No,
laugh
it
I'm
at
ain't.
you,
muting up.
bro.
I'm muting
And
up, bro. All
Galen,
right. I'm muting
Galen,
up, bro. I'm gonna mute up,
Galen,
brother. I'm muting
Galen,
up.
this is coming from someone who hates that Gotham is not comic accurate. This is coming from someone who loves to complain about how inaccurate Gotham is. No, it ain't.
Titans with hold on. Titans
But
was better
Titans
than
was
the series
accurate.
Gotham, bro.
They did
Titans,
great. They had
Nigga,
better suits. I will give you that. They had better suits. Them
man, they
suits
was
look better.
man,
the
that junk was
suits?
crazy, bro. Like
Bro,
Them
that
suits
Titans
was
was
way
was Teen
wild.
better.
Titans in the raw footage.
Them suits overall were they did so much they did such a great a better job than Gotham.
Bro,
I'll
they brought
100%
all
give you
the
that.
Robins. They brought all the Robins into it. Dick was there, Jason Todd, and Damian.
In
Bro,
in Titans,
People got
Damien was
man,
in
people got
Gotham.
smoked in
Damian was in
and
Was
Titans
in
then
too.
Bruce Wayne.
Titans?
I think Bruce Wayne was older. Yeah, Bruce Wayne was. Oh, it was like an older Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
being
Like
played by a
what are you
blonde
talking
guy.
about?
Don't forget that
I'm
Damien
tired, bro.
Bruce Wayne
I'm
was being
tired
played
of
by a blonde guy.
in Gotham. Dude never became. He became Batman for like 10 seconds, and then the season was
And
over.
it was horrible. And it was
I was
horrible.
like Smallville, bro. Like he never became. Like what are we talking about, bro? We talking about Titans. Like, what?
And it was
Niggas was
horrible when
getting
they did that. I
Titans
hated that they did that.
was
smoked in
fire.
Titans. Man, you play around with Titans if you
Titans
want
was
to, bro. You're
fire,
gonna get
bro. Like
smoked.
what? That
You're
was
gonna get
fire,
smoked,
bro.
bro.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
bro,
it's on. Let's go.
Titans,
I'll buy
bro.
I'll
Come
buy
on,
a super
Nas.
soaker
Man,
right
niggas
now.
was getting killed, bro. People got killed in Titans, bro. Like it wasn't
For
no like
sure,
sugarcoat, like
That was raw Titan shit. Like that was Teen
for
Titans
sure,
to the
Glenn.
fullest. Like
Tell him,
it was
Glenn. Like
potential.
Glenn, he don't know what I've been through seeing Titans,
Nigga, Beast
bro.
Boy was fire. Beast
He
Boy was
don't
fire.
know, man.
No,
He
he
don't.
wasn't. He only had the whole time he had very few transformations
Come
and his
on,
skin
bro.
was never completely green.
He didn't learn his shit yet. He only knew how to only turn into a
It
certain
doesn't
amount of
matter. His
animals.
skin's supposed to be completely green. He's not supposed to look human. Like he's not supposed to be able
Wait,
to
but
can pass as human. He's
no,
supposed
but
to
he
stick
was
out.
green.
He's supposed to. He's supposed to stick out like a sore thumb, just like Kurt Vox. What's his name again?
All the animals that he turned into was
Kurt
green.
Wagner. The same way Kurt Wagner from X Men stuck out as Nightcrawler, he will always look the way that he looks. That's how
No, you can't do that.
Beast Boy is
You
supposed to
can't do
look.
that. Nah, because Nightcrawler that was he's supposed to look like
He's
that.
supposed to look
That
like
was,
Gamora the whole time.
but see that's different with Beast Boy. You feel me? Like like they even made the animals green. You feel me? So it's a little accurate. I mean, it wasn't. You couldn't see
Yeah,
too
a
many
little.
animals
Thank
yet.
you for admitting a little.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, he didn't get that far yet. He had just started being a Teen Titan, so he didn't get to finesse his powers yet.
Besides, in the comics, he did not start off on Teen Titans. He was a member of the Doom Patrol.
Yeah,
That's where
Doom
he got
Patrol.
his
Yeah,
starting.
we know that. And then he left there and went to Teen Titans. You know.
Yep.
You're right. But
then your
that's what I'm
boy who
saying.
played
He
Reacher, he
didn't
was
get his
yeah,
powers
your
yet.
boy who played Reacher, he was in that too though. Yeah, he
Yes,
played
he
He
was
Reacher.
up
was.
there as Hawk. Yes, he
Yeah,
was
and
in
then
there as Hawk.
he got done in. You know what I'm saying? So
And
But
Dove.
anybody can get it, bro.
he's not a
Anybody
great
can get it.
portrayal
Hawk
for
and Dove,
Batman.
bro. Hawk and
Yeah.
Dove
Mm.
kept Teen Titans alive, bro. Hawk and Dove, bro. You talking about Teen Titans? Was it your filthy because you hated Teen Titans that much, bro? Bro, bro.
Now to go back to the Alan Ritson thing, the guy, the Reacher guy, being Batman.
And then you're gonna compare it to
Galen,
Gotham.
this was my take on it from before. No one deserves the role of Batman like Alan Ritson, especially after how Hollywood did him dirty from dropping him from Smallville, playing Aquaman. He was supposed to get his own show. They said, now we're gonna bring Justin Harley in for that, but Justin Harley got the role of Green Arrow later down. So like, what the hell? That's one. He was two. Alan Ritchson was supposed to be Shazam. Like when they were doing the poster for the promotional stuff for Shazam, they picked
But
the
you know who
version
was
that
the first Arrow?
they may I finish?
Go ahead.
The version, the aesthetic that they used to showcase what Shazam would look like as when he's grown up was Alan Ritchson. They used his image, they used his likeness. Everyone was saying, yo, he's gonna be the guy. Then out of nowhere, with Zachary Levi. That's two. They did him dirty in Transformers. Right? And he's still out here trying to push through to get some work in. He never gave up. He put his head down. He made his complaints about how they did him dirty on the set of not Transformers, on the set of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle because Alan Ritchson was Raphael, right? But regardless of all that, he pushed through. He got the role of Reacher. He killed it, and now he's a household name. He's out here doing Old Spice ads, and ladies love him and all that, right? And so no one deserves the role of Batman like him.
No,
Hollywood
Well,
no,
has
no,
I
been
don't
no.
doing
Hold
know.
on,
him
hold on,
dirty
hold
for
on.
I,
years.
I'm not. Hold on, hold on. I'm not saying he's not a
But,
bad actor.
but, but,
I didn't
regardless
see
of whether
War
or not he
Machine. I didn't
deserves
see
it,
War Machine, but he listen. I didn't see War Machine, but he's not Bruce Wayne, bro. Like he's
yeah,
not Bruce
exactly.
Wayne.
I
I'm
think
sorry.
I'm
Yeah,
getting
he's not Bruce
there.
Wayne.
I'm getting there. I'm
Yeah,
do,
okay, go
I'm
ahead, bro.
going.
Okay,
I'm
go ahead.
going point by point so that we can all be on the same page as to what I'm thinking when I say what I'm saying. So these are all the things that he has going for him, all the reasons why no one deserves it like him. But regardless of whether or not he deserves it shouldn't go to him because he can only do one stat. There's a whole composite of things that make Batman Batman. And he only fits one side of it, which is his aesthetic. He got the Batman build, but he don't got the Batman fighting style. He can only brawl. He's a brawler. He's not very fast. He's not very nimble on his feet. There's nothing that he's done to showcase to me that yes, he can pull that off. He
but
can be intimidating, right? He can be
hmm,
intimidating, which is good because Batman is
that's
intimidating.
that's
Batman also has
that's
a soft
that's what
spot.
we need. That's that.
Batman
Uh,
needs to be approachable. He needs to be lovable by the ladies. He got that going for him, but he can't fight like Batman. He can't move like Batman. So far, he's shown that he can play an intellectual character. He can play a very smart character,
Ben
but
Affleck
that's not
did
all that
what
there is to
wasn't
Batman.
how
What happened?
Ben Affleck wasn't the best Batman that
He
ever walked
is
this
he
face.
is he is no he is the best in one category, not in terms of his smarts because all he did was click an
Either
email and boom,
not
right?
in
So
fighting
he
either.
in terms of smarts he don't got it, but you know where he got it in? He got it in aesthetic and he got it in the hands, especially when you
Nah,
consider that this is supposed to be,
Ben Affleck
especially when you
wasn't
con-
for me.
es-
Ben Affleck wasn't my Batman. I'm
especially
sorry.
especially when you consider that he's playing an older Batman. For someone who playing an older Batman, he did his thing. It
What?
wasn't a great, it wasn't the best. We can agree on that, right? It wasn't the
Yeah,
No, you
best.
do not
But
agree.
for
You
what we
don't. You
got,
will not agree on that. Don't you knock bet out my boy. I'm just. You are not my man no more.
but for what we got in terms of
Ben
live, in
Affleck
terms
is
of
the
hand to
Batman.
hand, is the best we've seen. In terms of the suit, how we pull up in BVS, that's the best we have seen, especially considering the
Yes.
age that of the character of the version of the character that he's playing. He did his thing, and for that respect, that's the best we've seen for that. Now,
Hold on.
did
Go ahead, bro.
now
Go ahead.
that being said, there are aspects to Ben Affleck's Batman that is like, what the hell? We don't do that. For example, he's out here mowing down people. That's one. He don't do that. He's having unjustified reasons to kill people. He don't do that, and he's not supposed to be doing that. What else? His motivations are very unclear and wonky. That's not Batman. You
Hold
with
on.
me?
Not, were you sold on him as Bruce Wayne? Ben Affleck?
As Bruce Wayne, hell no.
No, no. I'm saying,
Hell
like, were you
no.
sold on
I
him being Bruce Wayne?
No. The
I
Bruce
Okay.
Wayne
Yeah.
I
aspect
Yeah.
of
He
him,
wasn't. Yeah.
I
He
was
wasn't. He
never
wasn't a
sold.
good. Yeah. He wasn't a
I
good
was
Bruce
never
Wayne. He wasn't a
sold.
good
I
Bruce Wayne.
The Batman
I
aspect
am
of
the
him,
God.
minus the
We're
killing.
talking about Alan Rickson as approachable to being Batman. That's what the argument is about. The debate is about.
Yeah. So these are the
Oh,
points that I made the last time as to
Yeah.
why, although no one deserves the role like him, because he really, really, really deserves the role, but he's not fit for the role at all. Because he only got few things that make Batman Batman. He doesn't get the full package. It's very difficult to cast for Batman. There's so many things that get missed or get pushed to the side for the sake of adaptation. And I'm sick and tired of it. We're in a new age. We're supposed to get to a point now where we can find some way to take bits and pieces of every aspect of Batman to make one whole composite to put to the public to say, hey, this is your definitive Batman for live action. We have not seen that, and every single version claimed to be the definitive version, and they all lack something. They
Yeah.
all lack something in terms of what they
How,
bring to live
according
action, and
according to
I hate that.
you, according to
Is
you,
what again I tried to
according
I
to
tried to be
you,
as objective as possible.
you didn't like Batman Begins. According to you, you didn't like Batman Begins
In
of
terms of showcasing an origin story, that is one of the best that we've seen in terms of showcasing the origin story as to why he is the way he is. But even though that's one of the best, in terms of showing what makes Batman truly Batman, what is it called? Batman Forever? Batman Forever did a better job at that. And I know it's
Batman
why.
Forever.
I know, right? Because that makes no sense. That movie was stupid. So how the hell could that show
what?
pull it? How could that version pull it
What?
off? But
Man,
they
this.
did.
With George Clooney, George Clooney to me he was the best Bruce Wayne because
Ye-
back then he was more suave and he was
exactly.
that the women
But
Exactly.
love
he was
him.
a
He was
You're saying
Bruce
he was
Wayne.
a horrible Batman, but he was a good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
But
he was the best Bruce Wayne because he had the suave that you just didn't know that guy was Batman because you got to have Bruce Wayne, then you got to have Batman. So he was the best Bruce Wayne, but Ben Affleck to me he was the best Batman.
I think
Yeah.
Michael Keaton was a
oh,
great Bruce Wayne. I think Michael Keaton was a great Bruce
Oh
Wayne.
yeah, he was,
And
but
yeah,
his
Michael
Bruce
Keaton
do
Wayne
was a
girl,
sucked.
but
His
do
Bruce
girls
Wayne
really,
sucked.
would girls really in a bar as a millionaire, would they walk up to Michael Keaton or,
No,
like,
they wouldn't.
yeah,
His Bruce Wayne
they
sucked,
wouldn't.
but his Batman was off the chain for what it did
Yeah, his
for that
Batman
time.
was good.
For
Yeah, his
for
Batman
19
was good.
for 1990 Batman, Michael Keaton as Batman did his thing. When he did that Batman turn, he's the one who made the Batman turn famous. When he did that
Yeah.
joint, yo, you're like, yes, this is Batman.
Wait,
But
no. When he went to the house, when Michael Keaton went to that
can't
house
believe y'all
and
hating
start
on
knocking
Christian
stuff
Bale,
over and say,
man.
I'm crazy,"
exactly,
like with the
that's
that
when
was
you know.
yeah.
That's when you know that's not Bruce Wayne at all. Bruce Wayne don't act like that.
No, but I'm just saying he was like, "Yo, yeah." But I don't know, bro. That
But
yeah,
now,
Michael
why
Keaton.
do I say that Val Kilmer overall gave us the best of what Batman truly is supposed to be? There's deleted footage from Joel Schumacher's movie where in which he spoke about this original script that they shaved a lot off. When you get to see that script and you see that he was grappling with the idea that he is the one who caused his parents' death, then in the end he discovered no, it was never my fault. I can let go of the guilt, but at the same time he cannot let go of the guilt because there's always going to be another Batman story. He must keep on fighting. He's never allowed to have peace. He must still my parents vengeance Gotham. He must still be that movie tackled that.
That's
Yeah,
why
I didn't watch
Tackle that.
I didn't watch
that's
Val
why he can
Kilmer.
never
Yo, as
he can
I'm talking
never
about
kill
Goofy.
Batman.
the
You talking
Joker
about Batman Forever?
because
Yo,
if he
Batman
kills the
Forever.
That's
Joker,
Batman Forever.
Peep game. As goofy as Batman Forever was, as goofy as Tommy Lee Jones was as Two Face, and as goofy as Jim Carrey was as the Riddler, over the top goofy. That movie was super goofy, unnecessarily goofy, stupid goofy. No one challenged the Batman idea like that version of the Riddler.
yeah, that is true.
Just because, yeah,
With
no
his
one
Yeah, but
challenged
over
Michael
that
with
Keaton,
with
version
his
Michael Keaton,
oversized
Michael Keaton did
yeah,
the suit good though. Michael Keaton did the
with his
suit good because
oversized
yes,
his head movement,
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm in agreement. I'm in
especially
agreement.
when he took the head and he looked up to see the Joker up at the top. That shit was
Yeah,
like how he lifted his head up. Like I like that shit was slick. He did that. So
I'm in
yeah.
agreement. But what I'm talking
And
about
then
in
we
terms of
and then
this,
we got
the
Batman Return.
psychological
Hold on.
pull,
Then we got Batman Returns with Michelle Pfeiffer. That was a chemistry. They had
Oh, that was
chemistry.
good too.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
Michelle
saying?
yeah.
Pfeiffer got Catwoman
Yeah,
like
like
that.
they had chemistry and everything. So we got to consider all of these things, bro. Like we're
There's
too
so much.
emotional.
There's so
Like
much.
consider the chemistry that Bruce Wayne had with Selena Kyle. Like we're talking about outside of the uniform, outside of the suit.
Yeah,
Like Selena
yeah.
Kyle versus, you know what I'm saying? That is the
And she
chemistry.
can
And then
still put
then
that, and I truly believe, I
yeah.
think she can still put
Mhm.
that suit on. She can still rock that suit and play that role, just the way they do CG now, and
You
she
gotta
can still
finish.
do it.
You gotta finish at that point.
Yeah. Hey,
Because
hey,
she
hey,
was
hey.
nice though.
She was in
Stop it.
yeah. The whole
Stop it.
Ant-Man
You
yeah,
gotta
but
finish at that point.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. See, you gotta have see, there's a lot of elements that make it work. You gotta have
True.
chemistry out of the suit. Like Michael Keaton, Selena Kyle, you got you know what I'm saying? Then when they dress up in their suits, they know each other's identity. I think she knew she was like Bruce, like she was like, yeah, man, you Bruce, bro. You gotta be Bruce. You gotta be Bruce. Cause I'm looking at you, bro. Like I got that chemistry. And he already knew she was Catwoman. So the
Yes,
thing
but
is
in
that
a
yeah, so
way,
that's what makes the movie work.
in a way, their relationship is kind of kinky in the sense that they have the same Batman and Catwoman have the same dynamic kind of that Black Cat and Spider Man has, where she likes him in the suit. She likes him as Batman. She doesn't care for him as Bruce Wayne. The Batman aspect is what turns her on. She's drawn like a
Mm.
moth to a flame for Batman. So even if she knew who Bruce Wayne was underneath, she don't care for him to remove the mask because as far as she's concerned, Batman is who he truly is. So she
Yeah,
don't care for Bruce Wayne like that. Bruce Wayne is
because
just someone that she wants to steal from, and that's it.
because Anne
But
Hathaway,
Batman is
her
exciting.
Catwoman, her Catwoman was, there really wasn't no connection there enough on screen for them to. But I don't think she, yeah, I didn't like her in that one, and I like her as an actress, but no, she didn't really do well with that one. It should have just been Bane and him. She shouldn't have came in that one.
The
Anne
thing is,
And,
Hathaway was
I
nice.
get
hey,
why they did it.
but
They have in so many characters that they have in Batman's roster, and we have 3 movies opportunity to showcase as many of these people as possible. So you want to put as many of them in there that we think will work as possible. Why didn't they use Magpie or Killer Croc or Jarvis Tetch, that's Mad Hatter, or some other
Jar,
goofy character,
what are you talking?
or or
He said
in the Dark Knight
Jarvis,
trilogy? Yeah,
bro.
that's
Listen,
the Mad
bro.
Hatter. The Mad
Listen.
Hatter. The Mad Hatter.
Yeah, yeah. That would be dope, the Mad Hatter. But let's go back to Dark Knight Rises, right?
Yeah.
I thought if they would have erased the Catwoman storyline and doubled down on Bane in like the League of Shadows and had that storyline come like to like because they already had old girl in there was like the daughter of Ra's al Ghul. They had her in
Yes,
there.
Talia al Ghul. Yeah.
So Catwoman was kind of like a just a throwaway. Like I don't. But the bottom line is that if they would have made Bane like
Ooh, I see what you're
if they would have
saying.
if they would watch this if they would have did like in the Batman the animated series and had Bane Hulk out like dude I don't even care if they would have used CGI. But if they would have made Bane Hulk out, like really get
That would
big,
have
like
been
really big,
amazing,
that
but
would have been like the Hulk, like
Chris
the
Nolan
Hulk.
didn't care for that. That would have
No,
been
no, no.
so dope.
But I'm just saying
I'm on
it could have
board.
been. Hold on. It could have been a cheat code. But if they would have made Bane like Hulk out like he did in like Batman the animated series, like at the end in that fight, that would have been crazy. Like Bane would have been like CGI,
Agreed.
yeah, that would have been really
I
crazy.
love
And
that.
then just delete the whole Catwoman story and just focus on the League of Shadows. Focus on the League of Shadows, and you got to wrap this story up, bro, with the League of Shadows and Ra's al Ghul. And I think the whole Catwoman thing was kind of like it kind of took away a little bit from me
Besides,
personally.
she was
Like
just there to be there. There was no real purpose to her being there too, in a sense. So I completely get what you're saying, especially when you consider that, hey, she's just supposed to be another sexy woman character that they have in there. Talia al Ghul could have filled that. Instead, she just looked like a clerk.
right, but I'm talking about the League of Shadows from Batman
Yes.
Begins for Ra's al Ghul, and you tie up that whole story where it's like now the stakes are so much higher. Like it's like, yo, like I gotta defend Gotham because they still on that type of time. Like they still trying to destroy Gotham, bro. Like I gotta
True.
defend Gotham, bro. Like I
True.
gotta defend Gotham.
I
So
don't like
anyway,
this Daredevil series. It's too
Galen
much
came to
fucking.
play.
It is Daredevil series. It's just
Wait,
come
we
on. I
didn't
want
get
to
to
see
Daredevil
Daredevil.
yet. Hold on, we're getting
Yeah,
there.
yeah, we
We didn't
Hold
yeah
on,
get
we
there
hold
getting
on.
yet.
We
there.
getting there. Hold on. We getting there.
We didn't
We
get there
getting
yet,
there. We
man.
getting there.
Oh, okay. I'm coming back in.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah, yeah, we're
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
there. We're just going through. We got sidetracked by Batman, which Batman was never on the list of things to talk about today.
Yes,
But
it was.
but
Yes,
we're
it
getting
was. Yes,
there.
it was.
It
Yes, it
was
was. Yeah.
no to the extent that we're
Batman
doing.
Part
We're supposed to be
2.
talking about Robert
Batman
Pattinson.
Part
Yeah, it
2.
was. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was supposed to be Batman
Was
Part 2, but we got talking about Robert. We're talking about Alan Ritson and
Rises.
then these other things. We're not supposed to do that. We're only supposed to talk about that, but we got sidetracked.
yeah, yeah, yeah. For sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
Well,
But
we got, but don't fret. We'll get into Daredevil right quick.
yeah.
But I also think that you gotta like when you talk about the third like movie in the Dark Knight series, Dark Knight Rises, whatever. Like you also gotta keep in mind that they weren't planning it the way that they ended up doing it because Heath Ledger died. Like they were gonna continue a Joker story. So like for all we know,
Facts.
something with Catwoman was in the plan more for the Heath Ledger side. The studio already might have signed with Anne Hathaway and had to like kind of like create a storyline out of something that they weren't planning. You know what I mean?
Mm,
So, and they might have been committed already to Anne Hathaway and that. So, you know, like that also might be a piece of it because to me, the Talia al Ghul story really wasn't explored the way it really could have been in a movie, especially
true,
because that's the
true,
mother of Damian Wayne.
true.
You know,
Also, people, for those who really wish that, for those who really wish that, what's I forgot his name. The guy who played Joker. I forgot his name. Why do the
Heath
name was just
Ledger.
on?
Heath
Thank you
Ledger.
so much, Val. Thank you so much, Val.
Yeah.
So for those who really wish that Heath Ledger was a part of Dark Knight Rises, and you like, oh, that they could have made it work somehow, like if he was still alive, what it could have been like, if you, for those who like to imagine that, this YouTuber by the name of Nostalgia Critic has a channel called Channel Awesome. You can go to his fanscription segment where he takes um ideas that are already developed or try to like put his spin on it, and it's like a fan version, like of like fan made scripts. Hence why it's called fanscription. You can check under that category and you'll see he did two different versions
Hey,
um of what Dark Knight Rises
put the
could
link
have
in the
been
chat
like.
if you can,
Y-
bro. Put the link
Yes. I'm gonna do it right. I'm
put
gonna
the
do it
link
right
in the
now.
chat if you can, if you can
Because
look it up. Okay, good.
yes, he did a phenomenal job of showcasing if Heath Ledger was still alive, what could that have looked like? Or how they could have fixed that given the personality that we saw from the second movie of the trilogy. What based on that character, what we saw there, and what he delivered, what that could have been like for that final movie. Just him being an add-on because he wouldn't be the main character. That was Bane. So since they went with Bane, he's like nostalgia critic was like cool. Bane is gonna be the main character, whatever. But we're gonna try to work Joker in there somehow. And I think they did a great job of doing that. So I'd really like for you guys to be able to can see that. Let me see. Nostalgia critic. And do I remember how to spell? I hope I do.
Yeah, even with Bane, like a lot of times, like
Yeah,
Joker is the one
Bane.
manipulating Bane. So, you know, again, like this was a hodgepodge type of situation, but they pulled it off though. I like Dark Knight Rises, you know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to part two of what the emo Batman's gonna be.
I'm interested to see what it's gonna be like as well.
Yeah, I'm
I
in.
think they should have just had Bane to get larger, like even in the anime series and stuff. Man. They make him
That
big.
wouldn't have fit the universe though. Like you know, like you got to think about the realism that they were going for in the whole conversation of Batman. Like, there's no space for it in that universe. You know, like
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. That when boys go see the movie, they don't care about the universe. They just care. They just want to see him Hulk out like the Incredible Hulk. You got,
yeah,
they just want to see somebody Hulk out.
Yeah, with
Like
this
they
new
were going. Yeah, but
generation.
that
we
that
don't
that
care. We don't
hyper
care about the
realism.
universe. Like Black
Yeah,
Panther has
because
so
it's
much
weird
CGI. Like
having a
nobody cares
Bane
about
without Venom, without the Venom, the green juice in him. It's kind of weird.
it.
So
No,
I
what I'm
just
saying
posted
is,
the link.
Go ahead.
Hopefully you guys see it. But again, that's not for now because we're busy right now. We're getting down to business right now. But for
Mhm.
later, if you guys are interested, it's in posted the link. Hope you guys can enjoy that.
Okay, bet. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
man.
that
Yeah,
green
that was the
juice
only.
would have
That's
made
the
a
only.
difference.
No, no. What I'm saying is like, if you watch Batman the animated series, when Batman fought Bane, he had these tubes, and the way he defeated him was like he pulled one of the tubes out of
Yeah, of
Bane,
course.
and he hulked out so much to where that it was like the serum. It was like it was too much, and then his
Mhm.
whole body deflated. Like I was like, I thought the way that Bane he defeated Bane was kind of stupid. Like Catwoman came, like the jump was crazy. I was like, what?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that one was
bruh,
crazy
I was
too.
I
Yeah,
was waiting
man.
on the fade. I was like waiting on the fade. I was waiting on something that was going to happen where Batman was going to use like some type of intellectual, like, okay, I gotta throw a bomb to the. Like it was just like it happened so quick, and then it just rushed. The end of the movie felt rushed. Like the Dark Knight Rises, like the whole bomb and all that. Like the whole thing just kind of felt rushed, bro. Like I was like, dang.
Yeah, that one, yeah, yeah, you right on that one. It did feel rushed, and for
Yeah,
the
like towards the end, it was just
because
like we
just like
gotta. Yeah,
because just like how Val said at that time when we had Dark Night Rises, NTNT was in the turmoil of selling off HBO, and that's why everything felt rushed. Even in CW, everything felt rushed because CW had a plan. They had Batwoman, they had Supergirl, they had Flash, they had all these things happening until NCNT sold off. They even had Batgirl coming in until somebody said Batgirl, the way they did Batgirl sucked. So at that time, NTNT was selling off HBO, and that's how we got now um, James Gunn. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that whole fiasco that Val was talking about in the past, NTNT owned HBO at the time. You know, that's why we had
I didn't know that. Let's go.
yeah, yeah. That's why we had
Interesting.
hit hitter and misses at the time at that time. No, we had the that's why Christian Bell, he said that if he was ever gonna make a Batman, he's not gonna do a Batman without that producer, because that producer is his
Mhm.
lucky gold charm. You know what I mean? So that's why the producer, instead of making another Batman, he made Oppenheimer, and everybody loved Oppenheimer.
Yeah, and Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan.
Door. Don't scare.
So that's what went down all that time. So on that note, I love to continue on talking about Batman Part Two. Hopefully, we can get a trailer after the end of this year, because it's supposed to come out 2027. So hopefully, we got something, because Batman Part Two is in development right now. The writing is done. Everything is done. Everything is done and complete. All they got to do is uh fix the photography, the film photography, the
Yeah,
editing,
cinematography,
the
cinematography,
editing,
choreography,
yeah, all that, yeah,
um, CGI, all that stuff.
yeah. I hope they don't use too much CGI. You know, I don't want to see too much
CGI,
CGI.
CGI isn't the issue. The issue is good CGI, giving people enough time to work on the stuff to make it look believable. Because it is fantasy, right? But you also have to sell me on that fantasy. I shouldn't be able to look at it and say, "Hey, I'm pulled out of this world. I want to feel immersed in it. I want to feel like this world is believable."
Exactly,
If that make any sense.
just
So, and
like
CGI is needed for that, especially with how unrealistic Batman is, in a
can
sense,
you can you
right?
say can you say that pivoting on Daredevil? Can you say that's the same thing the same closure
Oh
with
yes,
Daredevil and Iron Fist,
agreed,
where Iron Fist
agreed.
was
Especially with Iron Fist.
Iron Fist wasn't, they didn't have good CGI. You
Agreed,
you know what I'm saying?
agreed, agreed.
Like, going on pivoting on Daredevil, like they had good writing, but the CGI sucked.
Wait, they had good writing for Iron Fist or for Daredevil?
Iron Fist, but the CGI sucked.
No, they didn't have good writing for Iron Fist.
The
They never had good writing for Iron
to me,
Fist. They didn't have great writing for Daredevil Born Again either.
I felt that
So try again.
the choreography with Iron Fist was too slow.
Exactly. For one, don't forget they had 3 weeks of training.
But
3 weeks of training
I didn't miss
overall.
out. I didn't miss out understanding the storytelling.
Dude, that story was weak.
See, I
But
get
but that
it.
but but that aside. Remember the person that was in charge of Marvel Television at the time. He wanted things done cheap and fast. He didn't really care about quality. That is why you had awful shows like Inhuman that came out around the same time. The dude wanted cheap and fast. That's why the Netflix stuff looked the way that they did. That's why Jessica
Iron
Jones was
Fist,
never flying and
yeah,
whatnot.
Iron Fist Iron Fist need Power Man. That's Batman and Robin. Iron Fist should never be by himself, not even in the comic books or on TV. I don't know. No, I'd rather see a remake of the TV series Kung Fu before I see some fucking Iron
Kung
Fist.
Fu,
That was just
yeah, with the girl,
yeah.
right? Yo, that shit was dope.
No, hell no, no. Kung Fu, the old David Carradine,
Oh,
the old
Ah,
classic one.
yeah. You talk about the old, yeah, that was like in the
Yeah.
90s, late 90s, like 2000s.
No,
Kung Fu.
no,
What?
The
no,
We're
no,
Legend
not
talking the
no,
Continues.
not
con?
too.
No, that's the
Uh,
legend continues.
that's
Yeah,
That's
The Legend
different.
Continues. Is that what you're
yeah.
talking
I'm
about?
talking Kung Fu with David
The
Carradine in the
actual kung
'80s.
fu.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
oh,
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I
second
thought he
link that
meant
I'm
the
posting
girl
in the
one.
chat, guys,
yeah.
is how
I'm older than
they're
y'all. I'm older than y'all. I
one
know
thing that they
about
could
that.
have.
That part. Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
I just posted a second link in the chat, people. This is the second link that I posted is what Iron Fist could have looked like with just fixing or tweaking the first episode of season one just a little bit. What I could have done going forward for that story.
Hey
Also, want to
Val.
point out that this,
Mm.
yeah.
Hey
I
Val.
also want to
Remember?
point out. Mm.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I also want to point out that this person for the second link that I posted in the chat, this person he also did a lot of rewrites, pitches, and so on to showcase how the Defenders series on Netflix, how that could have been better if they did not use the hand, but instead used the Wrecking Crew. He also did a rewrite for Quantum Mania. He did one for Deadpool. He did one for the Batman season Batman 2. These are things that he did before these things came out. Just to name a few of what he's done. So he does great efficient work, and I wish that these producers and these executives in Marvel and DC would consider people like these who actually give a damn about the story, just to say, hey, this is how you can do something like this, how you could pull this off. And there's the thing, you don't have to pay them as much money, which means because they're new, they're unknowns, relatively speaking, which means that you can use more of that money in putting it towards the story, making it come out as beautiful as you can possibly make it.
And Val, do you remember that in Kung Fu that was originally Bruce Lee's story, but they took it from him?
Mm. Yeah, the whole Shaolin Monk thing.
They gave it. It was Bruce Lee who wrote that story, but back then they didn't want to put an Asian man
Yep.
on television because they was the way they were. So
Racism.
they used David Carradine, and that's when Bruce Lee went back to his
Hmm.
country and did movies. But remember when the show used to come on and he'd take his hands and pick up the hot, what was it? What was it, a bowl or something like that, to get the tattoos, to get the marks on them? That was
Yeah, I know
scary
what you're
back
talking
then.
Wait,
about. Yeah.
Yeah,
was it the American guy who played Bill in Kill Bill? Is that the one? Is that
Yes.
what you're referring
Yeah.
to?
Yeah.
yeah, that's David Carradine. Yeah,
I
but
saw
the
that.
story, but the story was
Racist
good because
people
he always walked around
squinting his
America with
eyes like he's Asian.
no, no. What he did was no, they wanted him to do that. They wanted him, but he later he knew that it was Bruce Lee's story and he felt bad. But he's an actor, so
Yes, he's
he
gonna
didn't
take
feel
the
too
job
bad.
and do the
He
job
didn't
that he's
know.
getting
So
paid to do. Yeah.
what he did was he walked around and people noticed he had no shoes on. Everything was bare feet. Remember? I was like, how is he doing it? But he was good
Mm-hmm.
though. Oh, it was a hot. That's right. It was a hot iron thing. I know it was an iron or was it a big
It was
bucket
a
or something that.
branding thing of something like.
Yeah, and he would put that back then.
Hmm.
That was kind of harsh to the body what he did. Oh, but yeah, that was Kung Fu was good. Kung Fu was good.
Yeah.
Speaking on
On the
that note,
commercial break, everybody take a screenshot of all the links in the chat because my man he done posted a lot of links, man. So I'm like, I got to screenshot it because I can't look it all up. So anyway,
definitely.
Definitely.
back to the topic.
If you also click on my name, you're gonna click on our Facebook channel. We always
Oh yeah, we're gonna get
re
into this Daredevil now, people.
we always
Yo, the
relink.
last episode I watched of Dead, I'm enjoying it, but like just from the spectator dynamic, not because it's staying true to comics, but um I would say
Serious Val.
this motherfucker is like reminding me of Batman right now. I don't like that.
I haven't seen season 2 of Born Again yet, but the first season I watched it and I'm looking forward to watching the second season. But all that from what I see so far, it ain't Netflix Daredevil. I know that for certain. This is a different
Mm-hmm.
you I have to just tell myself that this is a different universe Daredevil that we're watching with similar experiences to the one that we followed from Netflix. And again,
My
the
No,
example
don't
that I
say that.
use to denote the difference is for those who watch the Netflix Daredevil, do you remember the type of hammer that Wilson Fisk used to kill his dad?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that hammer, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember how the hammer looked? Because it's been burned into my memory. It's not the same aesthetic of hammer that was used in the MCU when they retold that story in Echo. In
Right.
Echo's version of the story, it was a round back hammer. It's almost like a sledgehammer, but hammer size. I know what I'm saying, but I don't know if I'm vocalizing it properly.
Yeah,
No,
you
I get it.
good?
I mean, I don't even think we're talking about the 616, but I hear you.
Yeah,
Y-
yeah. That's
Yeah.
what.
In the Netflix version, the back of the hammer has the two prongs that you can use to hook the nail out of the wood. But that version now is only for bludgeoning. The version that Wilson Fisk showed to Echo to say this is the hammer that I used to kill my dad is only used for bludgeoning. You can't remove a nail with that one. So that's minor difference. It might be small, but that's what I'm using to help me understand. Hey, as much as I have genuine critiques for Daredevil Reborn and any version of Daredevil going forward in the MCU, I can't be too harsh because multiverse is a thing, and this is not the same Daredevil. So I
it
have to
doesn't matter.
just eat.
It doesn't matter. I don't care what universe.
Exactly,
The
exactly.
writing is it's just
The
too
writing
much.
is not good.
Goddamn,
The
it's
Netflix
too
version,
much.
the Netflix version, they did so great a job. They
It's
did
just
so
it's
good
too.
in the Netflix version.
It's just too.
For
It's
me,
too much dialogue, dude. It's too much. I get too much CW. You might put this Daredevil on a CW. You got 5 minutes of fighting, and come on. I know he's blind, but come on. Can you bump
That's
into a
the same thing I
table?
said, bro.
Can you bump into a
Yeah,
table
I
for
don't know.
me?
I mean,
You gotta put that mug on
yeah,
2x
but
speed. 2x speed.
Daredevil,
Let's get it.
like just from
Yo, I
the
have to speed
dynamic
up
of
the thing just to enjoy it. I hate having to speed up things just to enjoy it because the thing is, in my head,
it's a
these
slow
superheroes are
burn.
so
By the
cool.
end of the season, he's
It
gonna be
is.
beating the shit out of everybody. That's the conversation when it comes to Daredevil in general, in regards to like how we got the character on Netflix. I mean, like it took us a whole fucking journey to even watch him get a costume. You know, like there's something about like how Daredevil articulates in live action that literally like that becomes part of the expectation. Like it's a slow burn. Like I remember like not the same show, but like if y'all remember Bulwark Empire, like the first two episodes of Bulwark Empire was like, the fuck am I watching? The end of the third
how do you not
episode,
see
somebody
it?
gets a Colombian necktie, and you're like, oh shit, now
What
I'm
happened?
watching this. You know what I mean? Kind of
Oh,
like the
what's
same
taking so
shit with
long?
Daredevil. Like
You
I
got
feel like
Matthew still up?
as the episodes get greater, we're gonna get more action, especially
Mm.
because the defenders are coming in pocket
Okay,
too.
what's going
You know what I
on? Why you
mean?
not seeking?
I'm
You gotta
hanging in
score
there,
hard.
Val. I'm
Yeah, I
really
mean you
hanging in
gotta
there, but
hang
they
in
really
there. I
making
mean,
Yeah,
me like,
but
come on,
Val,
I
man.
think I think
here's
Daredevil is
some.
a
Yeah,
better of the MCU spin-off conversations for
mm.
TV.
Yeah.
You know what I
Val,
But
mean?
but
here's
And
a
what
here's a
what
and
what, what
perspective
regardless
that I
of
would
what
like you
they're
to
saying,
consider.
he's definitely gonna be part of brand new
wasn't
Daredevil.
wasn't
Yeah.
he in No Way Home? Like
Yes, he
Daredevil
was in
was
No
in No
Way
Way.
Home.
Yeah,
He
he was
was
in
in
No Way
Echo.
Home.
He's in
I get that.
he might be in Brand New Day.
He's
But
definitely
here's
gonna be
something
in
that I'd
brand new
like for
day.
you to
You're not gonna
consider,
get
Val.
Punisher without
No, no,
No,
he got to be in Brand New
he
Day
was a
because Punisher.
lawyer. He wasn't Punisher. He was a lawyer. Get that
No, I
correct.
said you're not gonna get Punisher without Daredevil in brand new
Yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to get
Hmm.
because
You can't do
I
both.
know the new Spider-Man movie has Punisher. I
Hmm.
know that.
Yeah,
So,
that's my point. You
but
get Daredevil.
Daredevil was in No Way Home. He was definitely in No Way Home
Yeah, money caught a
with Peter
fucking
Parker.
brick coming through the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's
oh,
all
So
he
what's up,
could
so
brother?
do.
so
That's all he could do.
yeah. Yeah, but I'm just saying like that's like insinuating that he's in the universe. Like he's a part of the, you know what I'm saying? So cuz I
But
think
you
Disney,
also gotta keep in
yeah.
mind that the 616 universe that we all think they're watching is also kind of like that might be a
It's not
point
the real
in
616.
Doomsday. It's not gonna be
It's
the real
not the real
616.
616 at all. I'll
So
never call it
to
616 in
that
my
point, like
life.
all these things are kind of like making its own excuse on why they don't have to be as, you know,
I'll
committed to the
never call it
comics and
616 in
blah
my
blah blah.
life. I
You know what I
refuse.
mean? So
I
yeah,
refuse to call it 616.
But that,
Because in
but that's what
2008
it
they
is.
already said it's Earth 19. The thing is, back in 2008, according to the Marvel Handbook written by Kevin Feige, authorized by Kevin Feige himself, the Iron Man 2008 takes place in Earth 199999. So, as far as I'm concerned, anything that I've seen in the confines of the MCU, that's where that takes place. You're not gonna try to trick me up now and tell me, oh, this has been 616 this whole time. The girl who played Miss Marvel, she got it right. I'm on her side. The folks in Spider-Man Across the Multiverse, they got it
Mhm.
right when they called it out rightfully and said Earth 199999 because that's what they said from the jump. According to the official Marvel handbook, they said this that's what it was. So why are you gonna try to change it up now? You feel me? So I will never
Well,
call it that.
whether you don't call it or not, it's gonna be that.
That's what they call it. I know. That's what they call it, but I don't agree. In for the sake of consistency, I cannot agree. So because now who's telling the truth?
I just want Daredevil to get come on, at least bump into a chair. God damn, Daredevil, you this the shit he doing in this one. I'm like,
Bump into
can
a
you?
chair.
I don't
I mean,
Hey,
come
hey,
on.
I,
He is
I mean,
can
really
y'all
he
but
explain? Can
really
you
but
he
my
is
go ahead,
really
brother?
just. I'm watching season one. I'm watching. I mean, dude, you come you jump in front of the kingpin. I'm like, how do you come on? You know where to go. I
oh,
know your
you only
senses are
watched the first
powerful. I know
season?
you from the comic. No. Second season. I
Oh,
watched that one, and I'm
Oh, you talking
watching
about
the
Born Again? You
episode.
talking about Born Again? Okay,
Yeah, Born Again. I'm watching
oh
okay.
episode one,
born
two,
again
but
ain't
I'm
it.
like,
Born again
I'm
ain't
oh,
like
it.
Val.
Because
I'm
oh,
like
so you're
The
Val.
not
Disney
done
I'm
yet.
like,
one
So you're not
yeah,
done
fire.
yet.
I'm
Born
like
You
again
Val.
ain't it, guy.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm like Val.
Yes, they need to bring back Jessica
I'm a
Jones,
work with it.
Javon. Yes, you're right.
I'm gonna give it a little bit, but let a door slam into him. Let him walk into. Come on, dude. This dude just
Yeah,
fuck.
I mean the
Yo,
next to
shut
your
up,
point, the
pockets.
Netflix version he was a lot more like
Exactly.
Thank you.
yeah.
Exactly. The
I
Netflix version is where it's at. Those people know how to treat Daredevil right. They know. The Disney
See,
doesn't know how to
hold on,
treat him
hold on.
right.
You're saying the Disney one that was a scrap that one, right? The Disney.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah, we don't care.
so
Okay,
We'd
all
far.
have
right.
to watch it.
Okay,
Yeah, the
got
thing
you.
is, we have to
Okay.
watch it for the sake of the MCU, but really and truly, that's not Daredevil. The Netflix version truly understands Daredevil better than. So shout out to the Netflix team.
Yo,
They
not
sucked on the
Nas,
suit.
Got
not
you.
Nas.
Yeah.
Technically, um, the street level
Uh
is
huh.
part of Spider-Man. Uh,
yep.
Yes, we already established this.
but you didn't say that factually. So I had to say that
No, no,
technically.
no, wait, wait.
It's not.
When did I
It's
not
not.
say it's factually?
You just what I mean said in the Marvel in the Marvel aspect, like
No, no.
overall
What
the
did I
general.
say that was unfactual just now?
Nah, I'm saying you have to add
No,
that
because you're calling
into
me
it.
up my character right now. You feel me?
I
So
think
No, that's not
you
what I'm
did it to
saying.
yourself. You
I'm
know
you
how
know
saying
I
you
you know
have
what
to
am.
I'm
add
looking
it
forward
in
to?
there,
You
Jessica
know
sir.
how I
You
am.
have
Jones.
to
When did
add
I
it
The
in
say it?
there,
Jessica
sir.
Hey,
Jones.
passes are
Yo,
high.
yo,
Passes are
You
people
know
high.
in
what
the
I'm looking
chat,
forward to?
people in the
Jessica
chat, you heard my
Jones
voice. You heard everything
with
that I said.
this.
When did I say anything? Oh, that's wrong.
I
All
didn't.
yo,
I'm not
don't get
talking
me out.
about.
You
I'm
know
not
me.
talk. Nas. I'm not talking about what you said previously. I'm talking
Uh,
about. I'm talking
today,
about when it comes to Daredevil and everybody else. It's part of
you're talking about me
Spider-Man.
today, right?
I'm talking about. Are you listening to what I'm saying, or
I am.
it's just
But are you
one
talking
year
about
out the
today
other?
or some other time?
No, I'm talking about right now at this moment as being factual because you didn't add that
Okay.
in there. That's what I'm just saying. I'm not
No,
saying what
no.
you
You
said
see,
previously. I'm
I
not
hope you
saying what you
noticed you just
said
changed it.
in the back. That's what I've been trying to say.
Hope you noticed you just changed it. You
No,
first
I
you
didn't
said I
change
didn't
it.
say it right, and now you're saying I did not
You,
add that part. I
that
just hope you noticed that.
you didn't hear me say that
I didn't
twice
add
though.
it. Great. I did not add it because it wasn't relevant to what I was saying. So if that's what you're saying now, fair to you. I did not add it. But just now you said I didn't say it right. That's what you said just now. I hope you
But
noticed that.
Val,
Right, right.
but Val, are you
Come on.
watching? Are you watching the Daredevil Born Again? Where are you, where are
Yeah,
you at episode? I don't want to spoil it
yeah.
for
I'm
you. Like,
on whatever's on. I think third episode or what.
oh,
For
so
it's on
how are you liking
episode.
it though?
I like it.
Chill.
Like I enjoy it for what it is. Right. Like
Mhm.
I'm not mad at the directions they're going. I just feel like to your point, like I think Daredevil like needs to kind of bump into it to something and stuff like that because he's blind, right? Like
Right.
I think like there's things that Netflix caught. But like I think that they're accelerating into like a multifactorial superhero dynamic. Like they're bringing in Jessica Jones, they're bringing in Iron Fist, they're
Which they
bringing
need
in
to.
Luke
Which
Cage.
they need to.
I hope they bring in fucking Homegirl too with Jessica Jones, Hellcat.
Yeah,
I
they
hate
they bring
Hellcat so
they.
much. She needs to be a part of it, but I hate her
So,
character so much.
so
I hate
Yeah,
her. I hate her. I hate her. I
but I
hate
hope
her.
they bring her in because I think
Let
she'll
her
make
I
a good
cook.
know,
interesting
Let
I
her
villain.
know.
let
Val,
her cook.
we're on the same page, but I hate her so much. I agree with you. She's very instrumental.
But
She's
let Val cook
Let,
though. Let her cook.
yeah.
Let her cook. 'Cause she telling the truth.
I also want to see Colin Wing, to be honest. Colleen
Oh
Wing.
yes,
Colin Wing, the other Iron
yes.
Fist. You know what I mean?
Misty Knight. Yes,
let her
let's
Of
cook.
go.
course,
Come
Misty
on, man.
Knight.
Let her cook,
Yeah.
man. Let her cook.
Like, like I think they gotta bring in the whole kit and caboodle, like when it comes to the
Yes,
shit.
yes.
Um, at some point but definitely gonna see Echo come back.
No,
Yeah, they're gonna
I
bring
know. You're right.
yeah, because it's too tied to Kingpin to not tap into and bring back, so to
You're
speak.
very. That's very true.
Now,
That's
how do
very
you
true.
like this?
Although I
How do
hope
you
she
like
gets her
this?
costume home because that fucking was atrocious in the last season.
Now, how do
But
you like this? Bullseye. I think they need to.
Point Dexter.
Yeah,
Yeah, point.
Poindexter is
Yeah,
cool.
point
yeah,
back.
but
So, yeah.
I
He's cool, but he's just there too much.
yeah,
Get some
I feel
too
like
much
they're
screen
trying to make
time.
him the anti-hero, and I would rather just see him being villain.
Thank you.
But
He's
Yes.
getting way
See.
too much
but
screen time, which I
but
hate.
but the way I see it, Vel, it seems like Point Dexter is only hired to kill. He doesn't kill
Yeah,
unless he
but he's
has to.
also part of the hand, and we're gonna find that out too.
Yeah,
You know
of
what I mean?
course.
Like,
Yeah, but the hand hires him to kill whoever he needs to kill. He doesn't go after anybody he's not paid to kill.
yeah, but he's playing a game with Daredevil. You know what I mean? Like he's helping him for his own reasons. You
Of
know.
course. We
But that turns it that kind of gives him this opportunity to exist in this like anti-hero, anti-villain type of situation, and I just don't like that piece of it when it comes to him. But he's the way they're articulating him in live action is dope. Like his fucking
yes.
scenes are bananas. The
Yes.
action with him is better than Daredevil, to be honest.
Let me cook. Let me put on my pizza dough ready for you guys. Um I am God. Where you at with this this Daredevil Born Again? Are you in the first season or are you in the second season?
Oh, I'm in the second season. I saw the first one already. I'm in
Of
Okay,
the
Born
second one.
Again? Of Born Again, right?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
With what I've
I'm
seen,
with I'm like I'm doing what Val say. I'm a I'm a hang in there. They got one more
yeah.
episode to piss me off. I'm like, come
Well,
on. So
well.
I'm
This
well,
is this is
I'll
where
stick it
this is
through. I'm a
where
big
I hope
fan.
this is where I hope you guys can at least hang on, for my reasoning. I of course I like how Poindexter is helping Daredevil secretly. Second, what intrigues me the most is the Doctor, because the Doctor feels like, to me, will be the next Muse. And when with the Doctor, she brings that vibrancy to it, like the way she's trying to control herself from not becoming him. And that part I can't wait for. With
yeah,
with Daredevil and his girl right now is like playing Shakespeare with Kingpin and his wife. It's like, what the hell?
yes. Thank you. Yes. I'm like, and where does she tie in at? I'm like, is she going to be a superhero or something? I mean, she's punching the punching bag. She's sparring with him. I know
That's
she
all
want to
he
get
has right
revenge for
now.
old
That's all
boy
he
Death.
Well, I mean, she's like
Daredevil.
a
That's all
she's
he
like an
has right
agent of
now.
the hand. So like like that's the other side of it. Like she's also out for revenge with her husband. Don't get it
True,
Yeah, I
twisted. Like
thought so.
she don't
Yeah.
true,
love him.
true, true,
So
true.
like she's playing it, but the whole conversation that they're trying to do, even in the last episode, spoiler alert, the whole context with her connected with Bullseye or whatever, that has everything to do with, like her experiences with him in the hand. So like everything that we're
Yeah.
finding out in real time, that there's more to that story. And
So,
Vanessa's
so,
gonna
so,
expose herself this season with trying to, also be part of like taking down Kingpin.
And
so,
also the girl, and
what's
also the
missing?
girl, right?
BB.
The girl, she's gonna be the next White Tiger.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, of course. I mean that's already happening, by the way, in the show.
But the thing is, right?
She's wearing the
Yeah.
amulet already.
But the thing is, what I was going over with wifey was trying to figure out where does her power come from, because her uncle had it, and I didn't know that it was from her mother's side instead of her dad's side, because I
Mm,
always thought that it was from her dad's side, to be um
yeah.
factually correct, because that was the part where I was like, well, why her mom is having these issues, this, that, third, about her brother or whatever and shit like that, and that's her aunt, and I'm like, wait a second, I was asking Shorty, is that's her aunt from her dad's side or her mom's side, because I wanted to
Hmm.
be uh sure of where does, because the amulet can't work without a DNA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, why her mom is tripping and shit? Because her mom is
Hmm.
supposed to be able to kind of be okay with it in some sense, because you see how she had the eye, and her niece didn't even know she saw the eye. She was just talking to him like she was just chilling. And she come
Yeah.
out of
Yeah.
nowhere and she was like, yo, put that back. Out of nowhere, she was like, "Put that back." I'm like, hold up, where you get this cat? Where you got the cat eye too?
So,
Yeah.
And you know what else is getting me now? The police
but
officers, they have the Punisher's
can,
brand on their uniform. So where do they tie in that where the Punisher I think is going to come in? Or
can,
see, this was throwing me off right there because they wasn't these some crooked officers.
so, for me,
Hmm.
the new season, there's so much political background, like pulling strings, that it's kind of hard to follow. You really have to pay attention
Yeah.
to.
that's a really good story though, with the political background shit. To be honest, it's like it's
Exactly.
and
That's what
and,
I've been
and
getting on
literally
my nerves.
we're living it. So like, the whole context of like the politics involved in this shit. It's like literally like this is what we're watching on the news right now.
Yeah,
And you know what,
I
Val? This
can't,
is
I
this is
can't
what's
say it
fucked
out
up.
loud, but I agree with you on the text message that I just wrote.
Well,
And you know what? That's
like,
that's what's fucking up. The
Yeah,
political background is
exactly.
so much. They making fish look like Trump. They doing everything. And
That's
I
what
just
I'm.
told my man over in the yeah, they making my man over in the. Me and him was talking on the UK because he don't even want to watch Daredevil. He said he hates this book. And see, I think Netflix wouldn't be doing that politic background. This is Disney shit right here. Getting out what you don't like about the politics and you putting it into fucking Daredevil.
no,
And I
But I
noticed this.
think
You're
it makes
ruining
it
it.
more. It makes it more of a grounded
But
story and relatable
but I
because it's
am
like
I
happening
am the
in real
guy.
time.
When it
uh,
comes to our characters, everything is political.
but
You
But
go
go
ahead.
continue, OG.
well, so what I mean is like I don't mean about pushing an agenda or anything. I'm more talking about like okay, I understand what anti-vigilante program. I get that part, but all the behind the scenes and the twists at the end, that kind of gets confusing.
Oh, the way they wrapping around the story, right?
Yeah,
How how the
well,
scenes cuts off at a point to tell the next story. That's what you're saying.
well, no, I'm talking about like, but I don't want to spoil it. But like the resistance versus the government, it's so it it sets a political game. I almost need a map to understand the politics of the storyline of this universe.
Hmm.
I I think I'm pretty sure it's just me not comprehending it. I don't think it's a writing problem, but
Okay.
you really had to pay attention in this. Um,
I'm sorry. Do we think Muse is dead? Because I don't think Muse is dead. I think the whole
I think he's
conversation.
dead, but I don't want him to be dead
No,
because
I don't think he's dead.
we
He's
barely
he's
got
too
to do
big of a
anything with
he's
him.
too big of a villain
Uh,
in the
uh,
comics.
that's why I
Like
feel
Yeah.
like the
yeah,
True,
no,
doctor.
I don't
but
think
he's
he's dead. And I
wasted.
think that they're keeping him alive with Homegirl, but they're giving
Yeah.
everybody the opportunity to think that she's gonna pass the mantle. But the opportunity, like in the writing, is actually for us to hold a place that Muse is still in the universe. So I think that Muse that didn't die. I think they're gonna make him a mutant or something like that.
Oh,
And literally,
please.
he's still alive, and he's gonna surprise everybody. Is like leading into season 3.
Yeah.
That would be
And
cool.
Jesse, that's what they do though. I don't mind some politics, but let me know your politics in your universe.
That part.
Don't don't stay in that
Thank
universe and
you.
bring the politics
Thank
that
you
we
for
see.
that.
no,
Yeah, that we see in television because you fucking you and that's classic Disney right there.
Thank you.
um,
That's why the boys
And
started to. That's why the boys
yes,
started to look garbage. I'm like, you making him seem like it. We not stupid. We know what you doing,
no,
and you fucking it up. Do it. Do the politics in your universe.
yo,
Like when
hold
when
up. I
Power
got you.
Man. Yeah, why
Hold
Power
up.
Man was so
Mhm.
good because Power Man. It was
no,
about him going back to the hood. He was out of jail, trying to start something. He didn't really want that power, but he said, "I want to save my neighborhood and the politics that's going on in his universe." That was entertaining.
oh, uh, I,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
Oh
I'm
oh,
talking.
go ahead, OG.
So like the show, I'm not talking so much about agenda pushing. I'm talking about the politics in this universe. It's so complex
It's so complex. Okay.
that I don't know. I think it's a personal problem, not a writing problem. But I feel like I'll get lost.
Yeah, you will
sooner
get
or
lost.
later. Cause
Yeah.
with so many strings
I'm entirely
being
lost.
pulled.
Yeah, but that's what Val was saying, OG. You just gotta hang. I guess it's gonna get better. If not, I'm a contact Val, and she gonna give me back my 45 minutes of life.
Listen, I love the fact that you
On
think
me.
I could fucking like do a Superman around the universe. That's not happening.
I wish you
Yeah,
Um,
could.
we just pulling your
you
leg.
know, but to be honest, I mean, like I said, like I'm a big Daredevil live action fan. I think the season is gonna open up. I'm really interested to see what they do with the Defenders. Because I think that, you know, everything with Marvel moving forward, they're just gonna be like doubling up, tripling up every dynamic of their superhero characters and all that shit. So all of it's gonna tie in because they're getting ready for these big moments.
And that's not my defenders. My defenders when I grow, like I said, I'm
Mm-hmm.
50. I'm 52. Mine is Hawk. Mine was
Right.
Hawk, Doctor Strange,
Mm-hmm.
Silver Surfer, and oh my goodness, my girl Valkyrie.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm.
that was my defenders in my books coming
Right.
up. But I know we got the rights now, so they can't
Also,
get them
don't
back
forget
out.
about my boy Papa Hug, the Jamaican Doctor Strange that no one talks about that came out in March 2001. I still remember that because I wanted to buy that character at some point in
My
But
time.
but that
man.
but he came later. But my original defenders were those guys right there, though. But you
Yeah,
can't.
Yeah, he
you are
wasn't part
older
of the
than me,
roster.
so I
Back
definitely
when the
remember
defenders
those.
were
But yeah.
more multiversal level, they deal with multiversal level threats. They deal with demons and spirits and
Mm-hmm.
wizards and what. That's what they used to deal with before they made them street level for the sake of Netflix.
Yeah, but that was the only Hulk that
And the Hulk was on it.
everyone could work. That's the one that the Hulk could only work with everybody because it
Mm-hmm.
was an odd couple. Silver Surfer, Strange,
Mm-hmm.
Valkyrie, the Hulk, and I forgot that was it
And
Black
there's a character
Cat.
called Nighthawk. There's a character
Not
called
yeah,
Nighthawk.
Nighthawk, Nighthawk. That is an odd couple, but they work together. Who the fuck put that together? I was like, but it works. It was working, but that was my defenders back then. These
That
one
part.
here, yeah, they this new one. That's just like Thunderbolts. There's so
I
many Thunderbolts though, because that
Oh,
wasn't.
you
That's not
mean
one.
you
This
mean the
wasn't
new
one.
Avengers hashtag whatever fucking
I
little
I am
Exactly,
I
the
am
new
I am
Avengers.
the
pound
guy.
The
sign?
You're
Thunderbolts.
not the only one. Sky, you don't really partake in Daredevil politics too. He
Yeah,
never that's why he's sitting back quiet, not saying a peep. But I hope
Yeah,
he's
he hates
alive.
Daredevil. I'm trying to put him on. I'm trying to put Sky on. Yo, Netflix
Is he
Daredevil
alive?
season 1, 2, and 3. You will love it. Just give it a try.
Charlie Cox is like the best Daredevil though. Like he plays him
Yes,
fucking.
Amen.
yes,
Amen.
yeah.
Preach.
yeah.
To
He could
old
be a little
to
taller though. I think he could be a
to
little taller.
to OG's perspective, I understand what you're saying when it's convoluted a little bit because he's trying to understand a story where um Daredevil and his girl intertwined with the music with the Punisher and his wife. That's I guess that's where it got confusing to you, OG.
No,
Did that part didn't
so
get confusing, or was it that the ICE agents were getting confusing?
so I mean like with the Page and Daredevil trying to raise the resistance,
Hmm.
and then the whole setup at the end of the last episode
Well, yeah,
was
season
for
two.
the major twist,
Yeah,
and
the season
I
one
caught it,
in the episode. I get
but
what you're saying.
if they keep going, I won't have a hard time keeping up. And this is most likely a personal problem and not a writing problem.
So explain. Let me see if I can get you with this with gaming. How did you keep up with Battlefield 6? Well, Battlefield was kind of similar,
Mm,
right?
that was
Yeah,
a lot
right.
shorter, but this is different because you got so many aspects
Okay,
of the same problem.
that's
Uh,
oh, okay, okay.
the
I see where
the
you're going.
the
Because
the
I had that same
the,
problem with Battlefield 6 too. Because I couldn't keep up. There was too much
the
going on. It was like back and forward and in front. How you call that, Vel? Like frontal vision. Then after that, you get after you see the frontal vision. Then after that, you get past vision for the whole story to be intertwined into one story. That's what I had a problem with a game called Battlefield 6, and he has that similar base of what's happening right now with Daredevil season 2 with episodes 1 and 2. Val, that's a similar problem that he's having. I'm just trying to convey it
Got it.
in the same form factor because with Battlefield 6, it was like I'm getting past events, and after I get past events, I'm getting future events to get the story intertwined. It kind of messes up the audience uh, interest if you're going back and forth, back and forth. Is that right of assumption, OG? Is that the problem?
I'm I'm talking about
Because I'm trying to understand
the
myself.
the resistance versus the politicians and the whole how to bring up the resistance. It's so there's so many characters and so many. The best way I could the best example I can say this,
Hmm.
and this is off topic, but it reminds me of Star Wars Andor Season 2. I don't know if anyone watched that, but I get the same vibe from that as I
Glenn,
do here.
I'm God. Vela, are you guys a Star Wars fans at any given chance?
I am. I just haven't watched the Andor series yet.
Okay.
I know I'm sleeping on that.
No, I
I'm
just
sure,
Yeah, I'm a
but
Star Wars fan. Yeah.
okay.
yeah.
Did you see Andor then? I'm
Uh,
God.
No, no, I did not.
Okay.
I think Disney has fucked up Star Wars as well. So
No,
I think I stopped watching Star Wars after what they did to my girl, Gina Guerrero? That's when she did it was a TV series with
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. Yeah.
So I don't want to get too off topic,
no, you're not. You're not getting off too off topic. If
but
anybody
No.
knew that you were talking about, I mean, a relatable aspect with Andor, that would be
but
that would be great.
so
He only went he only went as far as when the last Star Wars you guys watched. Maybe he could relate to that.
Hmm.
Oh, the last
well
one I saw was the one where, I went. They got my money on that one when it was that one with when they first came back out with Ray or
yeah, Force Awakens.
Hmm.
yeah, the Force
I,
Awakens. They got my money on that one. I was mad. I didn't watch
what
no
what
more.
what I'm trying to say is, well, the Daredevil series, there's so many angles, there's so many perspectives they're showing that it's kind of hard to keep up.
Yeah,
I
it
felt like
was. It
that.
was.
I felt like that with Rogue One.
I
Yeah,
loved Rogue One. That was a good
Is
story.
it,
Oh,
it,
that.
I
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is
am.
yeah.
that is
There
that
you go.
a is
It
that
got
good
me.
is that good to you, OG? When I say Rogue One, the same way.
It almost, it,
Oh, almost had it.
almost.
Damn.
I say
But I'm with you then. I'm with you then.
Andor's a
So that's how
better
you felt about
example,
Daredevil.
but there's so much stuff happening in the background. It's okay, what's the next political move?
Hmm.
What's the next step in politics? to take over the city.
So he got everybody
Well,
in.
I mean, this show, like the Daredevil Born Again season 2, it definitely happens before Spider-Man Brand New Day,
Yes.
because you literally don't have Kingpin as the mayor anymore by the end of this series, whether you realize it or not yet, because Spider-Man
Mm,
Brand New Day already has a different mayor. You know what I mean? Like it's already there. So like we're watching a prequel to Brand New Day.
I think they also should make
but it's in it though.
Kingpin a little bigger
I
now. I
think
think they should
Kingpin
make
is
him.
gonna last a little longer than that.
But not as a mayor. No, he's
Uh,
done in this season.
well,
Yeah, he's not gonna be a mayor. He's not. It wouldn't be
He's
right for
not
him to
gonna he's
still be
not
a
gonna be the
mayor.
mayor past season 2.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be the mayor because that's not him anyway. He is a criminal. He's a
Yeah.
big man. He's a boss man, and him being a mayor, no, he's not gonna do that. I think his wife's gonna talk him out of it, or someone's gonna talk him out of it. He's not gonna find no interest in it, and he's kingpin. He's not gonna. That's
but
just don't fit
but
him.
but the thing about Kingpin that's so lovable is that he can get away with it if his wife wasn't in his ear or start any freaking trouble.
And see, that's the point right there. That's what I hate because Kingpin, there was no wife in his ear, even in the comics. He's Kingpin.
Yeah.
That's simple. He's Kingpin. He's gonna do it the way he was a loving guy,
Yeah, that's
sentimental, but
yes.
he's Kingpin,
That
and
dude,
nothing's gonna
that
stop
dude,
him from doing what he want to do.
that dude. Even though you don't know he's gonna kill you, but he gives you.
Exactly.
But the thing I like about him, he gives you his time. It's time for everyone. If anybody
Yeah,
fucks that up, you getting fucked up.
exactly.
Just like how his trainer was just act fucking with him and fucking with him and fucking with him. Like, yo, you don't see me talk to my nigga real quick? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, yeah. That's
That's
that's Kingpin. See, that's what I'm talking about. How they show some of that, and then they go right back to this long, drawn out. I had to fast forward some of it, and I was still at the point where they was still talking. I'm like, oh, right already. God damn, the dialogue is like watching a CW.
But
But
that too, long conversation.
exactly. Thank you.
but how did you? Oh, didn't you watch the Penguin too? Right?
People told me Penguin was good. I didn't watch it, so it was good.
That
Yeah,
would that
that
that was a
was dope.
fucking great
Oh,
But it was,
series.
bro, you need to watch.
but it's a
I'm.
long-winded
Excuse the
Oh
conversation
man.
though.
French. I know I'm on
You gotta
replays.
watch Penguin, bro. The first
Okay, I'm
episode,
Yeah, you gotta,
it's already
you
up.
you
It's
you
up.
gotta watch Penguin. But
It's
because
up.
I
OG,
do like because
oh,
I do like what's my man that played the Penguin
Colin
the
Farrell.
actor.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah,
Colin Farrell,
I
yeah.
do like him. So I'm gonna take time. How many episodes? I
Man,
don't even
no,
know.
bro. No. Listen, bro. When you watch Penguin, it's gonna make Daredevil look like Mr. Rogers. It was
Yeah.
Yeah,
like, bro, like it's a whole different.
It is okay.
Like what I'm saying. Like here's the
Don't
thing,
tell me
bro.
no. Don't tell me no more. Don't tell me no more. I
No,
want
no,
to
hold
go
on.
because I want to watch.
I want to interject though with the conversation because it's
go
like,
ahead.
how do we merit Deadpool and Wolverine? Right? It's a rated R movie, and like we like kids are sneaking into the movie. Like everybody's gonna watch Deadpool and Wolverine. Like everybody's gonna watch that, and the movie turns out to be a hit. It's not tied to Disney. It's not. It's hard to make a Deadpool rated PG show with Disney, or it's like it's hard to make Deadpool like not like it's like that character and the environment is violent, and so it's like how do they? I know
Because
Netflix is
because
taking it over with
because
Born Again.
because because with Deadpool, nobody can play it but him.
Yeah.
No.
And
I'm talking about the rating. I'm talking about the rating, like rated R versus like okay, yeah,
because
this is
he
on
wants it
Disney.
that way.
This is like Disney.
Yeah,
Because he
Yeah,
wants it
but
that way.
yeah, so
The dude that
yeah,
plays Daredevil, he's in
he wants it
he's
like
in the
PG.
writing booth. He's in the writing booth. He's in with the producer. If this shit don't look right, he's gonna tell you. Like He makes his
So
own
so he
jokes and all
wasn't
that.
rated like
Are you
PG.
talking about Deadpool, not Daredevil, right? You're
Deadpool,
saying,
yeah, Deadpool.
yeah,
No, no,
yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah,
Ryan
Deadpool,
Reynolds, yeah.
Dead. So watch this. So Deadpool and Wolverine, right?
Mhm.
That's one thing. And then you
Yeah.
have Daredevil, right? It's
Mhm.
hard to make Daredevil rated PG because it's such a violent, like when you read the comics and Kingpin, like that's a hard thing to do is make
But this one is rated. Isn't
Daredevil
this rated R?
rated PG or rated like PG 30. Like it's hard to make Daredevil rated PG. So like
I think it's
with
rated
Disney and
MT
all these
something.
people, that's is it
I think so. I'm about to double check.
It's
because
rated R, but on TV shows they call it TVMA. That's
Yeah,
real
like
movie.
TVMA. Yo,
17.
yeah.
Okay, inmate. Yeah. So
Yeah,
so
mature
so di-
audiences.
so 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 watch this. Daredevil is really a graphic novel when you read like we're talking
Hmm.
about Kingpin. We're talking about Daredevil is actually a really violent graphic novel. Like, but the bottom line is that when you dilute it into a series like made by Disney and then you come out with Born Again, like Netflix, yeah, okay, they're doing something different, Netflix. But when Daredevil was on Disney, Junk was like, what? How? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
And so
but you
that's
gotta
why they
also
scrapped.
understand the
Yeah,
universe that Daredevil occupies is a Spider-Man universe as well. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's gotta be somewhat, it can't be as edgy or whatever that we want it to be as adults that are fans of the old
and that's
OG
the
comics and stuff like
That's the
that.
Yes, but
problem.
those
That's
changes
the
should only be
problem.
happening. Those changes should only
Spider-Man,
be happening when
right.
he goes into that other world. But for now, when it's a Daredevil centered story, it should still remain. It should still feel like a Daredevil story. The only time that we should change it is when we take him out of his element or we take put him in someone else's element.
Yeah,
For
but
example,
Spider-Man, but Kingpin is also a major villain in the Spider-Man universe as well.
yes,
So
yes,
like
yes,
Yeah,
he is.
as
Yes, he
far
is.
as
exactly.
Disney's concerned with Spider-Man, it's in the same bubble as Daredevil. Even if Daredevil is a
But
little bit more
Yeah,
edgy and stuff like that,
I think that's
the
the
intersection
worst.
point is still gonna
but
lose like
although they
what they're
operate in
afraid
the
of with the
same New
younger
York,
audience when it
mhm,
comes to that.
yeah,
I
although
think
they
Disney. I
operate
think
within the
I
same
think
New
Disney
York,
get. I
their
think
worlds are
Disney.
different. Their problems are
Hold-
different.
I think Disney getting involved was the worst thing that could have happened to Marvel. All this stuff
Preach,
with all
preach.
these because these superhero movies that we watch, like that's not how the comics were. Like growing up, bro, like if that was like realized in real life, like we're talking about like The Wire meets like Daredevil. Like imagine like The Wire. We knew about The Wire, right? Selling
Yeah.
drugs
Hmm.
like meets Daredevil. Like the stakes are a lot higher. Like you're dealing with criminals, like real criminals who have real problems, bro. And like you're supposed to be interacting with these people. And then like when you have like a Daredevil that's diluted down to like, Disney, it doesn't work. And then the fans are like screaming to the people who are making these shows and they're like, yo, this this doesn't match. Like the only thing that really stuck home with people was like Luke Cage. Luke Cage was like a like one of them diamonds in the rough. Like wow, it actually worked. Like that was crazy. Like Luke Cage, you know what I'm saying? So when we're talking about Daredevil, Daredevil is a rated R.
Wait,
That's a rated.
you
Go
think
ahead.
that Luke Cage with his villain gallery like literally the fucking Serpent Society like that was done well on the Luke Cage side of things in regards to Serpent Society? You're
Yeah, I
actually
mean,
gonna
well, I'm
say
just
that
no,
with your chest?
yeah,
Do
no,
you
I'm
think the
just saying
Serpent
like it's
Society was articulated the way it needs to be as far as
no, no,
what
no.
a real comic book fan would expect from Copperhead? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah,
What
hey,
I'm yeah, I think Luke Cage was a decent series for what it was, and I think that the expectations were not really high because nobody ever really seen it come to life. You know what I'm saying? So when
Yeah.
you think about him
Yo,
being in New York, him being bulletproof, like in the
yo,
hood,
season
dealing with
one was
yeah,
dope.
yeah, yeah, it was
Season one
crazy.
of
Yeah,
Luke Cage was dope.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
Season
it was
dope.
two,
bananas.
wonky and racist.
Well,
It
but
was
what I'm saying
wonky
is that
compared to season
okay,
one and
I don't
racist.
like how it ended. I'll be honest. I don't like how Luke Cage
yeah,
Yeah, I
ended.
don't like
but
how I don't like how
That
it ended
I
either.
really
episode,
feel. But
that episode
if
of
they would
Luke
have doubled down
Cage
on season three, if they would have
that
doubled
had Iron Fist in there, man, that was a great episode. We had them
if they would have
them
doubled
bouncing
down on
off
a
each
Luke
other.
Cage, hold on, if they would have doubled down on a Luke Cage season three, then yeah, it probably could have kept going.
Oh
But my
wait,
thing is this.
Big, you still here? Let me see if Big's still here. Oh, Big left. I didn't even know Big was wanted to say something. But continue.
All I'm saying is this: is that there's certain IPs that are pretty much like rated R. Like we know that Deadpool, that's rated R, right? We got that. But then Wolverine's brought into it. It makes man the movie tickets, the sales is crazy, bro. Like they made so much money detaching themselves from the shelter of Disney or all the IP. So what I'm trying to say is that what if you had a Daredevil that was true to like in like the Punisher that was true to like like and then that was rated up like Daredevil rule like would that do better? Would that be better?
I
Like would the story be better? Would the
Overall,
movie?
yes.
not
Okay,
the direction that Disney wants to go right now. Like the
man, forget Disney. Man,
but
Disney is
well, listen, you could say forget Disney all you want. They're the one driving the narrative. You know
right,
what I mean?
and that's the problem.
But by the way, then spend your money on YouTube. Go make a fan fiction and have you 25 views. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, because
The southern
Disney
Val, don't let the
because
southern
Disney
come
is
out,
driving
bro.
this for real. Disney is driving it, no matter
Don't
what you
let what
say.
come out.
Don't let the southerner come out,
I was
cause
trauma.
I hear
There's
that.
no southerner here. I'm
Hold on, bro.
mediocre. What are you
Hold
talking
on.
about?
I was traumatized when I saw Raphael fight Sub Zero in AI, bro. Like when I saw that, bro, I was traumatized, bro. Raphael from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fought Sub Zero, bro, from Mortal Kombat, bro,
Yeah,
and
I
it
saw
was the
that shit.
craziest fight. Yeah, it was the craziest fight, and I'm like, you know what? This is the future, bro. Like where fans start making the movies they start making the IP they want to make. They're gonna use
That
AI to make
But
what
by
they
the
want
way,
to
while
see.
you're on that topic, I mean Netflix and fucking Amazon, they're investing in companies like Fable for that reason. So you can make all your fan fiction
Mm,
yourself and stuff like that, and Disney could be as cheesy as they want to be, and you could say, "Fuck this platform! I'm gonna make something myself," and then get you 25 views on
But
YouTube.
mm.
play a little devil's advocate to that, so I could finish landing my plane. Overall speaking, when it comes to Daredevil, Supergirl, and Batman, or anything that has to do with Marvel and DC, Nas, you can testify with what I'm saying with this too as a closing argument. Um, when it comes to DC within itself and Marvel within itself, is that the way the writers want to be political correctness, they want to always make sure they're not hurting anybody's feelings. They have to rewrite and write and rewrite and write to make sure they're not hurting anybody's feelings. They also, uh, yes, the problem is overall speaking, they need more uh fan approach, like how from a gaming perspective, we see the game first, we play the game as a demo first to either buy it or not. With film, you only get a trailer. You don't really you just get a trailer, you don't get the whole thing. And with that, it just gives a problem and gives everybody, always gonna figure out the best approach or the best articulative words to express what's going on in the real world, right?
So
And
you think they should do? I'm sorry, I don't know, because you think they should do a game first, then a movie?
that's what they do. They share it to select few before it goes out. They don't
Yeah,
do enough of that.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
Arkham Knight is, they had the movies and then they put a game on it did just as well. But
That's
that
not what I'm.
story, Arkham Knight.
That's not what I'm saying. I
Oh,
got it. I'm saying that the difference from that perspective is that
oh, okay,
we see all gamers see it. It's not select few. Like
okay,
when the films happen, there's only 15, 20 people that can sit there and watch the whole thing and then criticize about it. We get
okay. Oh, yeah,
critics for that. We get like 20 or 30, 40 critics that's telling you yay or nay about this, then after that, half of them may be right on the money, and half of them don't know because based on audience perspective. Just like with Daredevil. Daredevil hit a 92, but on the popcorn meter is at 89. So critics saying that is 92% for Daredevil, but audience are not on the same percentile by only -2%, -2 to 3% based on what OG is talking about. Like some people may just have that one specific problem that OG is talking about. They can't keep up. You know, just like he said, it might not be him alone. It might be just um his own opinion or his own perspective that he can't understand this writing style, right? This writing style overall can make an audience make you feel about a movie or not. Just like how Val said recently that Supergirl di- didn't give her any type of vibe. You know what I mean? You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So those are always gonna be problem, Glenn and guys, that when it comes to writing, it's always gonna be a problem because they don't show enough to the broad appeal until it gets to theaters. With gaming, we see it, we demo it, I we can play the whole thing for about 15 hours and then say, hey, we don't like this shit. We can get our money back.
All right, let me ask you an honest question. If they came up with a Grand Theft Auto movie, what rating would it be?
Oh,
Rated
that shit
PG?
gonna get
Would it
hits.
be rated G? Hold on. Would it be rated G, PG, PG-13, rated R, NC-17? If they
That
came
should
out
be
with a
fucking
Grand Theft,
NC-17 if
no,
they
no,
do it right.
I'm asking. Yeah, okay, hold on. I was asking him because I want to hear what he's gonna say. If they came out with a Grand Theft Auto
Yeah,
movie,
with Grand Theft
what
with Grand
rating
Theft
would it be?
with
It
Grand
would
Theft
be
that
rated PG what?
it would
PG-13 or
no,
PG?
Mm-mm.
no, it wouldn't even hit PG. It wouldn't even
I'm
be
it wouldn't
PG
even
asking
hit.
you.
thirteen. That's what I'm
I'm
that's what I'm
Nah,
asking you an
asking you.
it
honest
should
I'm
it
question.
should
answering
be
you.
R.
If they came out with a Grand Theft Auto movie,
It should
like
be
back in the
R.
day, bro, back in the day, I was like, yo, what if they came out with a Grand Theft Auto movie starring Eminem or something like that, right? Like back
Hmm.
when 8 Mile came out. Like, I was just like, what if they came out with like,
They kind
what
of tried. They
rating would
kind of
that
tried
movie get?
that. They kind of tried that with San Andreas. They kind of tried that, right?
So I'm just
Right?
saying, if they came out with a Grand Theft Auto movie, what rating would it be? Would it be PG, PG-13,
It would
rated
be.
R,
It would be.
rated like?
It would be rated R. It has to be rated R because
It
Okay,
has to
it
in
be
has
rated
to.
R.
Watch this. It has
It
to be
wouldn't be
rated R,
rated
right?
R. It would be rated MA.
Watch this. It has to be rated R. So
It
watch
would be
this.
rated MA.
it, it
No, no,
can't
no.
be
I'm talking about
MA.
when it
It
goes to
has
the
to
movie
be
theater.
rated R.
I'm talking about when it goes to the
Yes, when it
yeah
goes to
when
the
it
movie
goes to the
theater, they're
movies. I'm
rated
talking about when it
MA.
goes to the movie. Yeah. So here's the point is that there's
Hmm.
certain IP that's already associated with certain things. Like you can't make Daredevil rated PG and Disney. It
No, it's
doesn't make any
is
sense.
MA. It's MA.
Yeah,
Daredevil is
can
MA.
I also just jump in and say something that we're not talking about when it comes to these like Disney TV show type of things versus the
But
movies?
Okay.
yeah.
Like one thing we're not saying about like part of the reason what we're dealing with Daredevil and everything we're complaining about is also
Hmm.
because like these are TV shows that are also now tapped into advertising dollars and stuff like that. Like movies have studio budgets differently.
Correct.
TV platforms, even if you're paying a couple extra dollars not to see the commercials, God bless you, but a lot of people aren't, and advertisers are also trying to cash in on a target demographic. So if Disney has a slate of movies and projects and this that, and a third, and they're looking to make something going on with a fiscal year, and they slate projects to land in certain target demographics based on the storytelling, that's driving the advertising dollars for who's going to be articulating their commercials. So
Facts.
a lot of things that we're talking about on the Disney side of TV, whether we're talking about Daredevil, Echo, blah blah blah, like that, that's all like a part of why it's cheesy as fuck as well. Because they're trying
Exactly.
to zero in on a target demographic and
And it
flip
still
it.
doesn't work.
Doesn't
That's
matter
the
if they
whole point.
work from the business side of it. I'm
They're
talking
not
about it like
making no, they're not making money because the core
Well, they
fan.
are.
It's just
They
like
still are
saying,
making money. They made great money
yeah,
yeah,
last
they
but
year
they're making their
overall.
it's
advertising
not.
dollars because they're being able to generate and garner the dynamic of the
Yeah, but
fan
the fans are hurting. The fans are the ones that's hurting.
but when
What
you're
about the
looking at
fans?
the bigger when you're looking at the bigger scope of the business that keeps the
Yes.
fans even in
Yeah.
a conversation to vicariously get to a point of experiencing these characters,
Yeah.
it's the lost leader Costco chicken conversation when it
So you're
comes to
saying
these things.
let the corporations come out with mediocre
That's
movies
not
that make a lot of money,
That's not what I'm
that's
saying.
not what we saying.
like Transformers. Like that was a dumpster fire. Like so, just because it has IP, Transformers had a
Nah,
whole
no,
bunch of horrible
that's
movies,
not what we're
but it made a
saying.
lot of money.
What we're trying to convey here is that you're absolutely right of your analysis. It's just that we're not having the correct people to not have any issue when it comes to making sure that it's rated R or mature for audience, and ads don't conflict with the writing, or the writing doesn't conflict with what CEOs are telling them to do. That's what me and Val is conveying from the business
Yeah,
perspective.
Right.
that's what I've been
And,
saying.
and, but that's why I used the Deadpool Wolverine. It was rated R and it blew up. And they were in like Hollywood shocked that everybody went to go see it. They're like,
Yeah, but
what?
not really because like listen, I had the conversation with Ryan about like what it took to get Daredevil, not Daredevil, Deadpool to go,
Hmm.
Hmm.
and literally it took him leaking his concept online for the studio execs to take the project serious because they didn't see where Deadpool could go. And then when he proved the model, he made like one of the first movie, like comic book movies that made $1 billion plus in the box office. Then he turned around and said, "Fuck you, I'm doing it my own way." And the only way you're going to be able to cash in on this character because I own
Yeah,
everybody's
that's what I was
mental
trying to
space in
say.
regards to how you see
He
it.
owned the character.
He owns people's perception of Deadpool. So if Disney wants to cash in on that Marvel character, they gotta play by his rule, because at the end of the day, he literally, if he shifts out of it and Disney takes over and they put somebody else in the Deadpool costume, nobody is gonna subscribe to that.
Exactly.
So
Thank you.
the Deadpool conversation is actually like a non-factor in your argument in regards to like what it takes to move, like what you're actually trying to say, because Deadpool itself created the demand out of nothing and turned it around where like you can't tell me what to do, I'm telling you what the fuck it is, if I'm right, like with Ryan Reynolds, and even the
Yes.
being with
Yes.
the
He
dynamic
is.
of where Avengers are and all that type of shit. That's why Deadpool is like popping in and out of these conversations, and he's not like a fixture in because like literally he's not dealing with none of that politic. He's gonna do his character his own way. Not
So
Hmm.
everybody
Ryan
has
Reynolds,
that
so
pull.
Ryan Reynolds, he own, so Ryan Reynolds owned Deadpool.
He don't own
He
Deadpool.
don't
That's
own
between
it,
Oh,
him
but
and Boy.
he's been Deadpool
But he owns our perception
since
of who
X Men,
Deadpool is.
oh, okay.
since X Men first. You see,
Like
he was
just like
like,
Robert Downey Jr. owns our perspective of what Iron
Iron
Man
Man,
yeah,
is, right?
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Like Deadpool is owned in the perception, which is the reality, in
yeah,
regards to how people see that character forever. And
Yeah.
the only way cats could cash in on a character that's in their, you know, their repertoire, you know,
Would
in
you say
regards
it's
to.
like that with would you say it's like that with Blade, Wesley Snipes? Is that with Blade, or you could put someone else in there? Well, they did, but
I'm willing to
they
see my
changed it.
Charlotte Lee in it. I just don't know, with
The
what
script, the
Ryan
script
just
is,
did. I think he would have did great by the character, but I think what Ryan just did with Wesley Snipes and what Ryan's doing with Channing Tatum with the Gambit situation, I
yeah,
think that, you know, like the conversation of where the public is accepting the perception, even with fucking Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, like these characters we can't see them as anybody else. And when you have a guy like Deadpool like kissing these conversations in, you kind of create this space where the fan only sees the character that way because the platform they're doing it from is what shook the ground,
Mhm.
right? And if
Mhm.
Charlie Cox was, you know, playing the Deadpool game, then we would watch a different series.
yeah.
Mm. So okay, so here's my take. So you're saying that from that perspective, Charlie Cox should take more of of the role of fuck everybody, let me do it a little bit my way to give it that
No, I'm not saying that at all. I appreciate
oh
you would interpret that. What I'm saying in that it is the disruption that Ryan created on Deadpool is the reason why we have R-rated Marvel character dynamics
yeah, yeah,
because of him and him alone. But the rest of the gallery is still going to follow the same shitty system that's going on
yeah.
because they get to call the shot. Ryan said, "Yo, you want Deadpool, you do it my way, and if you want to do it your way, that's cool. But no one's going to see anybody but me in in that character." That's why you got
that's
the
what Iron Man
rated
said the
R
same thing
rating.
when he was becoming Doomsday.
Yeah,
Doctor Doom. He said, "Yo,
yeah.
fuck that. Y'all niggas writing this shit fucked up. Let me take the reins." Cuz like that's what he literally said on the last
I think they're
uh,
baiting and switching us on the Doomsday thing with Tony Stark
yeah,
like this and all this. I think that's a bait
cuz
and
like he was
switch.
like, "Yo, I'm taking this. Like I'm going to become him and make sure that everybody hates this guy." That's that's
Hmm.
that's that's what his perception is gonna be when he becomes
Hmm.
Doctor Doom. When he becomes Doctor Doom.
Yeah, I just don't want him as, I didn't want him as Doctor Doom.
But it's in the
Your
comics.
Iron Man, you locked that.
It's in the comics
Yeah,
though.
I stopped watching comics since then, though. I've been stopped
Jesse,
watching.
I'm going to
See,
fight you.
see,
One of these days, I'm
see.
gonna pull up to New Jersey
That's
and
why you're
I'm
a little
going
bit
to fight
confused.
you.
That's why you're a little confused of why Tony Stark Iron Man is Doctor Doom.
Jesse, one of
Yeah,
these days, I'm gonna pull up to New Jersey and we're gonna scrap.
yeah, I am
That
confused.
only happened one time in the comics, one time in a one-off story that no one cares to read. It's
Yo,
not
listen, by the
canon.
way, while we're on that topic, we were talking about James Gunn and all that shit before. James Gunn, like, literally sprinkled fairy dust on top of Guardians in the Galaxy, right? Because literally that was like an offshoot of a comic and all this type of shit that they turned into a mega, like, you know, Hollywood thing. But, like, literally, like, a one-off in a comic could turn into something. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
Without
I
him
know a producer that
without
made a
him we
movie out of a
wouldn't.
5-page comic book, a 5-page coloring book, right?
yeah,
Like literally, the source material is secondary to the fact of like the story that you could create, you know, from that source material. You know, like it's feasible with the Doomsday thing even more than just that one time in comics, just because like there's a variant of Tony Stark that's Superior Iron Man.
yeah,
You know what I mean? They're playing into that game and whatever. Like I said, it's
yeah. I missed that. I missed that
just get
book
me the
though.
Secret Wars. That's what I want to say at
Yeah,
this point. I'm
and
not
see,
even as excited
they
about Doomsday.
and I mean, I'm not going to see that. I let people
Agreed,
tell me
Val.
about it,
Agreed.
and I wait. But there's no way that the Secret War comic book that I've read, I know they gonna fuck this up. I
Of
know
course
they
they are.
gonna fuck this up.
Of course they are.
I don't even want to say it because my Secret Wars comic book one was so fucking awesome, and I just know they gonna fuck it up. They gonna bring in some politic bullshit. We women, we stronger. We bet. I'm gonna fuck that. And I don't want to be on the news for shooting up the not the theater, but just the screen. The screen. I'm not gonna shoot nobody. I'm just gonna shoot the screen up, and everybody will just applaud.
Bro, that's
So I'm not
crazy.
gonna
And
go. I
and
am
wait,
not
when you
gonna go.
you mean you're bringing your Super Soaker SP, I get it, no problem.
Yeah,
Keep it
yeah. I'm gonna
keep it
soak it
moving. It's
up.
Hey,
Clubhouse. You might have some
hey.
people knocking on the door. You know.
Oh man, that man said it. Hey man, listen, man. Doomsday. There's no build up because I thought the Kang Dynasty. We talked about the quantum world and stuff like with Ant Man and Jonathan Majors was going to be the Kang. I would have like the variants from Loki, the variant story. I would have rather seen that because that's where they were going. And then the whole Jonathan Majors thing happened, and then he got fired, and he couldn't be Kang. I think the Kang thing would have been crazy. Like
But
if he would
Kane
have.
didn't.
He didn't do
But
that great
Kane
in
did.
fucking Quantumania though. I mean, he
No,
played
no,
a
I'm
good
talking about
Thank
in
Kang.
the
you.
Loki. No, I'm talking about Loki. In the Loki series,
Yeah.
like it all was coming together like to be like, yo, like different variants, like getting us on the mind of variants, like understanding the
Yeah.
concept of variants, and then they
Yeah,
just
but
scrapped it.
this what Disney do because anyone that is loved that's a male and that's loved and powerful,
That
they
the people
ruin them
like.
because Loki was the next. He was that next Darth Vader. The girls liked him. He was bad but smooth and suave, where the guys liked him too. And they did the series, and what they do, kick him in the balls, punch him in the face, put him in a suit. I said, there they go, Disney doing it again.
Loki
And
was
They could
Kane,
have
underrated.
they could
The
have
show
did that. They
Loki,
could have did the same
it
thing
was
with Flash, but um,
no, no,
DC let
no.
him
The
ride.
series was no, no. The Loki series was underrated. Go ahead,
Yeah,
I'm got
yeah,
like it was
yeah. It
underrated.
was
Yeah.
it was underrated. I tell you that. Yeah,
but Val said it right though. I found Kane to be just blah. Nothing
Oh,
blah.
you didn't
Nothing
like
more than
Kang,
that.
like the
No,
variants and
I
stuff.
think
Okay.
yeah, I
Not in
didn't
quite. I
like
mean,
it.
listen, I like him. I like Jonathan Majors. I think he's an amazing actor. I think he did a good job as Kang. I just think that the writing for Kang, the storyline that they went with in Quantum Mania, left a lot to be desired. Like I don't think
Right, 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 right,
it
right.
hit the
True.
nail. And
But
I
the
think
Loki
Wasted
that
series,
opportunity.
I
Wasted
think that
in the
when
opportunity.
Loki
they
in the Loki
realized
series,
that
yeah.
they fucked up Kang, they were like, "Yo, all right, let's go and try to do something with Doctor Doom," because everybody's been waiting for Doctor Doom to come in this universe.
Not
yeah.
really. Everybody.
Everybody's
Bro,
Everybody,
waiting
no,
for
we
bro.
Doctor
haven't.
Doom. I'm not
We're not
saying
seeing
from the
Doctor
point of
Doom
the
in
way they
They
did it, but I
Fantastic
the
mean, like
shit
if
been
you're a
Four.
waiting for
Marvel
No, no,
this.
fan
no,
and
no,
you're
no,
looking
no,
at
no.
Every
No, no,
Doctor
movie
Doom
no.
is
Time out,
like
Doctor
time
Doom
out,
what?
has failed.
time out.
Fantastic
No,
Four, all this
yeah,
shit failed,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't entered into into 99999.
The MCU.
Yeah,
Uh,
it wasn't entered. Like we had variants of different
even
Doctor Doom and
Yeah,
and
Michael B.
yeah.
variants
Jordan was
and
there.
variants of uh Silver Surfer. This is the second time we see Silver Surfer. You know what I'm
We
saying?
done seen Doctor Doom so many times, bro. That junk is outrageous, bro.
No, no,
Yeah,
we
they
we
No,
was
didn't.
looking,
No,
but
we
I'm
didn't.
this
We
is
saying
the
didn't see
like,
second
Sil.
time. Is
No,
yo,
it?
we only
listen,
saw
when we
Silver
were
Surfer
When
one time, sir. We only
No,
saw Silver
when we
Surfer
were
Sil
I
one
said
time.
watching
Doctor
what?
Loki,
Doom.
we knew
We seen
that
it two
I
times.
said
I
Doctor
am
Doom.
God.
we
I
was
said Doctor
witnessing
No,
Doom.
Latveria,
we
right? Like
saw
when we were
him
watching
one time.
Loki.
That
Silver
second
Surfer,
one is some shit.
We
Okay,
got
do
Doctor
not.
Doom, and then we
Don't
got
do that one.
man, this shit. Doctor
Fantastic
Don't
Doom
Four
is
and
fuck up my
Silver
Silver
Surfer.
Surfer. We only
never been.
saw.
That's one.
We saw
Fantastic.
Doctor Doom the second time.
We saw Silver Surfer one time. This other
The
Silver
girl
Surfer is
one is
not.
Silver
No,
Surfer
stop it.
too,
Shalabal is yeah.
Stop it.
Man, this thing is
Stop it. Stop
outrageous,
it,
bro.
Jesse.
bruh. That's
She
Silver
was
Surfer.
pointless.
Bro,
She was pointless. I don't
this thing
know.
is completely
That's
outrageous,
her.
bro.
That's not the Silver Surfer. Please. I
But
know where you're getting. I know
but
where you're getting
fantastic,
at.
but fantastic Silver Surfer. Where do you come from? From Galactus, right?
Oh no, no, I
Man.
get what you're saying, but you're not getting what I'm saying. We're not going
I.
to count this female Silver Surfer. That's what you're not getting. You're not getting. We're not counting this
I'm
one.
getting it. I'm wide open. It's just that I want to see if you can catch this touchdown. If you don't want to catch this
Bruh,
Mm.
how
touchdown, I could pass it on.
but let's ask this question. How high how high are the stakes gonna be in Avengers Doomsday? Like, bro, like these people, bro, like
Well,
the
there's
fans,
people.
we don't have
There's
any
people.
type of relationship
There's
with anybody.
there's there's people that I've watched that are creators that know somebody that's seen it, and they said that this Doctor Doom is gonna be dope.
Oh,
And
Yeah,
okay.
I've
It's
been
gonna make
looking
a
forward
billion
to Doctor
dollars.
Doom for a
Oh,
very
okay.
long
So
time.
you heard somebody that knew somebody that was a cousin, uncle of
no,
somebody.
no, a
Okay,
creator,
cool.
no, a creator,
It's gonna
a
be
YouTube
dope.
creator. I don't know if you know him. His name is John Campia, but he's in the know.
Oh yeah, yeah, John, yeah,
Yeah,
John. But see, John sometimes can get above. You know, he can go above it. He can be, a little bit like kind of like sponsors and like kind of having to say certain. I know John,
yeah,
like I don't know him personally, but yeah, I know his channel.
yeah.
But my
So
thing is this: is that Avengers Doomsday is gonna have like no backstory. Like nobody knows what's gonna happen in this movie, bro. Like the next trailer is gonna have to be like monumental, bro, in order for
I know a
anybody to
little.
even care.
I know a little bit based on the trailer. Based on the trailer, it's about what Captain America did, and
Okay,
what Captain America did. People might say that it's because of what he did altered this reality of different variants. But
from Endgame.
but I can also say that Spider Man did too. Spider Man messed up with the spell, and that's how this incursions happen. And I could say that about um, Scarlet Witch, where she um, sleepwalked or daywalked or however you want to call it. You know,
So watch this. Hold on. Does the new Spider-Man movie have an after credit scene where it leads you into Doomsday, or what do you think about that? Like,
Let's hope
does it?
so. We don't know that for certain, but let's hope so. Let's hope that that
yeah,
Marvel trend never
yeah,
dies.
yeah. We're
Okay,
gonna, yeah.
all right. It sets you up for Doomsday.
Yeah,
So
let's hope that
the
Marvel
new
trend never
Spider-Man movie,
dies.
yeah,
It
got
should.
you. Okay,
I mean, it should.
it should lead you to Doomsday, right?
Yeah, it should. Supposedly, it should. You know, it should because
It's a brand new day.
this
So
is where maybe Doctor Doom could enter in, and he's thinking that he's Iron Man or Tony Stark. You never know. This is just not fact. This is just my own opinion.
hey
You know.
man, listen man, the fans outnumber the directors and the producers. So the fans are always gonna have a theory that they want to see, and then we just gotta meet each other halfway because the movie that we're gonna see probably is gonna have, the fans want to see one movie, and then whoever else wants to see another movie. So like they're
Yeah,
gonna
they've been stopped caring
they
about us
don't listen
though.
to the fans. They don't
Yeah,
care
for
about the
real.
fans. They don't care
They
about the
stopped
fans.
caring
Well,
about us. Yeah, they stopped caring about after they
well,
do a part
not
one or
necess-
something.
not nec- not ne- not necessarily because I can yeah, you got it, OG. I'm about to have this last conversation after we're about to be out. But my thing is that when it comes to DC or Marvel, is that they got hitters and misses, right? And not everything is good, not everything is bad. You got some of them your A lists and some of them your B lists. So I hope that Val, Glenn, are here at the end of this year because we all here rate them accordingly to what came out every year. And I would love to know your take on every review that we go through at the end of these set films and set TV shows that's happening when it comes to Marvel and DC. I can't wait to see what's going on with Supergirl, with the rest of Daredevil. I can't wait to see Spider-Man: The War. I can't wait to see what's going on with um, the Green Lanterns. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I hope I'm entertained. I hope that they're not last on my list like Madam Web. You know what I'm saying? So Madam Web was still the worst of them yet. I still can't. Well, Joker 2 is still
And
the second.
Morpheus. What is it?
Joke.
Morbius.
Yeah.
Morpheus.
Well, those. Well, we can add those three too. Those three are the worst ones. Joker. Joker 2 was the worst one. I couldn't fathom to understand how they did it. It's an old type of writing style. I tell you that. It's an old type of writing style when it comes to Joker 2. Joker 1 was awesome. Joker 2, what the fuck? What the fuck?
I appreciated Joker too, but like I'm a film file from like
I
way
get it.
back. You know what I mean? So
I
like,
cannot understand music, but
yeah,
the writing, you lost me. Shorty had to make me wit. She had to get me into like, yo, this type of writing style nobody would not get.
yeah. I
I,
Yeah, I'm not
I
gonna
will say,
defend the Joker 2, but what I am gonna say is that I appreciate it from the reason why they did it, and even the giant fuck you to the industry that he did in it. Like it was all, it was an interesting dynamic, and that wasn't the Joker ultimately. So that's also the other side of it.
Hmm.
yeah, it wasn't like the Birds of Prey Joker or whatever. So Birds of Prey was decent, but yeah, that was a different type of Joker.
But
Too many different,
I
too many different IPs going on,
absolutely
bro.
intellectual and is great at character assassination. That's how I see that.
on that note, Nas,
Mm.
land us on our last thoughts before we close out.
Thank you very much for those who participated. Thanks for the turnout. I see y'all in the room. Sharon, Ojenji, Jigs, Abraham, Kenji, OG, Kun, and Mina, Mizu, Mohit, Sashi, JS, Isabel, Kalumi, and that other one, Juma, Anai. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in to this episode. Thank you for the panelists that we have today that this on this episode that made it feel special. It felt bigger than what we typically do, and I love this. I hope we can have another turnout like this again. Please feel free to follow us on Facebook, or we're on Twitter as well, Discord or Twitch, I believe it is, that Jesse has the whole setup on. We're on YouTube as well, so you can catch the rerun over there on YouTube. And typically, this is the part where I would like to leave everybody with a scripture passage. And the one that I chose now is First John 1, verse 9. If we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive us of our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I'm looking forward to the next event like this.
Pat, you in the building?
Yo, I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. This is crazy to see, bro. The room is like overly full. Like, this is crazy. But I know y'all had a good night. I was here for the first half of it. My phone died, so I didn't really get to hear the second half of it. But y'all come next Sunday. We pushing these every Sunday. Y'all heard Nas. There's links. Collide. We everywhere. We everywhere. We're trying to go global. So
Shout out
y'all
again to
keep.
our special guest in the house tonight. Shout out again to our special guest for
Yeah.
helping to make tonight special. Val, big up. Galen, big up. That other person, big up. Everybody who came through, our usuals, our new faces, big up. Thank you very much, guys, for coming out. We appreciate you. We love you. Want to see more of this.
Any
And
last
also,
Thank you
don't
so
forget the
remarks?
much.
links.
Any last remarks, Va?
I think that you guys really run a really solid discussion in regards to like the comic lore and like where it intersects with movies and stuff, and you know it, it's fun to talk to people who know what they're talking about and are willing to have a debate about like things that like like they're thinking at that moment in regards to like